Right. Testing, testing. What's going on? Talk to me, people. A little early. A little early. Vogel's Creek, what's going on? Rico Davis with the game. Great. I didn't know you was a Jet fan. That's what's up. I'm not a Jet fan, though, but respect. You know what I'm saying? Gang Green. Kurt. Yeah, man. We're going early, Kurt. It's the Lord's bend the knee to the NFL. So NFL season's here. Fantasy picks got to be in on time. So, you know, Vogel's with the Bills, all right. It's all right, okay. That defense look good. I ain't going to front the quarterback look good. They got a good running back. Dano, what's going on? What's going on? Salute. Let me know how my levels are sounding. Everything cool. No Addict this morning. I think pretty sure Addict's not gonna make it. He's got work the double shift, man. So the Lord is in the bushes. You know, maybe we get a sneak peek. Cowboys, Chris the Dawn, for real? Okay. Yeah, y'all looking good though. I got that rookie. What's his name? I got him on my fantasy. What is something Lamb? CD Lamb, the one that curved this girl at the draft. I got that one. Yeah, all right, thank you, Vogel, for the vocals. You know what I'm saying? We just chilling. I saw Rand on earlier, so I'm gonna hit him up and get him in here. You know King gonna pull up and do his thing. And of course, you know what I'm saying, Colt Eastwood, we gotta make sure he's good, he's awake. Thinking on the other side of the coast. But yeah, man, I'm gonna catch up with y'all in a minute. But good to see the Lords up in here early on a Sunday. Getting that before NFL blessing. All right, y'all. I'm gonna speak to y'all in a minute.
You jumping out the window.
Mic
They
check,
was so
mic
upset.
check. We got the Lords in the realm. King, what's up? I want to shout out the finest right now. Joining. Welcome to the realm, Lord Silver. You know what I'm saying? The finest always dropping me with those nuggets right quick, man. Salute to the finest. Throw the horns up in there for the finest, y'all. Salute, man. And next time, put it in the show so you get the horns. Do it. Don't do it pre-show. Do it in the show. So anyway, we're waiting for Solve. I don't know if Addie's going to be here, but we will catch up with y'all in a minute. All right. You hit me with the implied already? Oh, this gonna be a spicy one. Oh, man. And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast and the LordsOfGaming.net, episode number 175. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm very excited about our special guest, and we've got the Xbox Series S and X reveal info, the impact of the leaks, EA Play entering Game Pass, and the PS5 showcase to discuss, so we're going to get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord who has not only been one of the coolest supporters of the realm, but truly raises the bar with a trifecta of high-quality technical analysis, superb video production, and smooth graphic quality. Introducing the creator and host of the Colt Eastwood YouTube channel and a panelist of the RDX podcast, the Lord who is more than just gameplay and reminds everyone it's just video games, so be nice. Live from the state of Washington and making his return into the realm of the Lords, my man, Lord Colt Eastwood. How are we doing, sir?
Good. Thanks for having me on. Thank you. Yeah, you toxic fanboys.
Colt with the smoke early. What's going on, man?
Not much. I'm really glad to be here. It's been a while, and it took you a long time to invite me back.
Oh, shots!
Wow. You know it's an open door, Colt. You know it's an open door.
Shots!
Colt, you listen, you know that the Iron Lords are always on strike because we don't have our own intro. So you can join us behind the picket line.
The picket line!
Oh, wow.
Listen, Colt, you know you family, brother. I figured you're busy on your RDX.
Nope.
He knows
there's an open door, and he can DM me anytime, and I'm like, Colt, bring yourself.
You know what it is, King? You know, when he hit 100K, because you know sometimes some Lords, when they hit 100K. You know how they forget the hood. They forget where they came from. So I didn't know if he was different.
Now, Cognito he messaged me behind the scenes. And I said, I don't know why you're messaging me. You need to message my agent.
I know, right?
Yeah. My people speak to your people.
Let your people.
Yeah, and then Rand goes, I don't know why you're asking me.
What's going on, Colt, man? Good to have you, brother. Like, what you been playing, man? What's been going on with you? What you been playing?
I've been playing a bunch of stuff. I've been playing, trying to get into Marvel Avengers, and I've been playing Grounded.
Wow.
Crazy enough as it is, a game that I wouldn't even ever touched. And I've been playing that Tony Hawk, like trying to remember old 1999 Colt, you know?
Oh, yes.
Not too much facial hair. Yeah, really enjoying it.
No doubt. That's Snoop Eastwood Colt.
Yep.
No doubt. Good to have you in the realm, brother. And of course, we have a Lord who is no stranger to the realm of the ILP, and the mere mention of his name is totally synonymous with rational thinking, informative industry videos, and an honest passion for the Xbox brand. Introducing the creator and host of the Rand Al Thor YouTube and hold on. Shut up, middle lane. What's up, man? And one half of the Xbox 2 podcast. The non-filmic 60 frames per second gamer. And the exposer of fake insiders on social media. Live from the south side of the Shah and making his return into the realm of the Lords. My man, Lord Rand Al Thor. How are we doing, sir?
What is going up, Mr. What do I call you now? Lord Unlocked?
Yes.
Right? Is that your nickname?
Yes. Lord
You remembering us little people? Right? Now that you've ascended?
Listen, man. I'm just trying to catch up with y'all, man.
Yeah. I think I picked a good episode to be on because I know King's going to bring it today. And he's going to be in rare form, and I am here for that. I am definitely here for that. But, you know, I just want to say, Yeah, Colt Eastwood's amazing.
Yes,
He's one of the best YouTubers out there. He's a great friend. And I am happy that we're actually on the Iron Lords podcast together. We don't really get a chance to do podcasts that much, but even though we talk every single day, but it's great. It's great to be on here with you, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I said, you better be up. You better be out of bed, Rand Al Thor.
I was just like, please, Red, don't oversleep. Please, Red. That's all I was nervous. I was like, Red sleeping sometimes. Man.
I mean, it says 10 a.m. Like, what the heck's going on here? I don't get up this early, but I got up this early for you,
I appreciate
Cognito,
you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Now, what you been playing, brother?
The game that when how do I say this? The game that when you play, everybody loves. Everybody loves this game when they play it.
Which one?
AKA the game lower rated than Battletoads, Marvel Avengers.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Remember when people said that, Colt? That
It's lower than Battletoads?
it's like a 60 on Xbox,
Yeah, 67.
68 on PlayStation.
Wow.
I can't play it. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, sorry, I've been playing that. Some parts are good, and some other parts are very bad. And I also been playing Among Us.
Nice.
Although
I've been hearing things about that.
Yeah, it's if you have a really good group of guys together or gals, it can be a pretty fun game.
Nice.
But I think I reached my limit with that game. Like the last time I played it, I found it incredibly boring. But we did play it like 5 days in a row, so it's pretty cool. It's a nice little $5 game, and it's a nice like change of pace. So.
No doubt, no doubt. No, Attic is not planning a WWE entrance. Alexander, we're going to get into Attic. Yo, they think it is happening. They really are. That's what
told you. You know what we need, though, next week? We need to get the Hillbilly Jim music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm doing Rand's intro, and everybody's like, yo, Rand. They say, like, yo, where Attic at? Oh, he must go.
He going to bust through
Yeah, they think that's what's making me laugh. I'm trying to do his intro.
Oh, yeah. Look, with his whole suit on.
With the suit on.
Yeah, but you know this. This is the third week.
Oh, man.
All I'm just saying is
don't do it to him.
Coincidental, huh?
Don't do it to him.
Let's get that fraud alert. Let's get the fraud alert
real quick. I gotta say it.
Oh,
third week.
man.
And I told you he was gonna get it this week if he had his scoop.
Oh, man,
listen. He did. He got it.
And you know we don't have the 4 horsemen of gaming. We have the 3 horsemen of gaming. One of our horsemen is out. So shout out to Attic. He does have a legit excuse. I know y'all don't believe him, but he does have a legit excuse. The boy has to work a double shift. The man was trying to stay awake. He's like, "Con, could you call me? I'm on the road. I don't want to sleep." I got you, bro. So salute to the bro. Look at the fraud alerts. Come on, Dizzy.
No, I did speak to him last night, and all that is definitely true because he only calls me when he's up at night, and I was like, "Oh, you messed up, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm up."
Fraud alerts. Don't lie to the people.
This is the dude that stayed up 3 days straight to play Final Fantasy VII. I don't want to hear it.
All right. That part he be frauding. Yeah, when he want to end the game, he be up crazy late.
This is Addict's world. Remember that?
Yes.
You
true.
totally forget. He don't care.
Only if it's important to him. Exactly.
Yes. We give one Addict's World emoji and then we move on. Anyway, and of course we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Sastradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patreon of the Iron Bank. My man, Lord Sovereign, how we doing, sir?
Hold on a second.
What's up? Oh, good morning, sir. Good morning. That man like 11 a.m. That man You're a fan of the time switch, sir.
Oh, baby, I got the mimosas on deck too. Let's go.
We got the mimosas. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, bro?
A pleasure to be here this morning with you. This fine morning.
Yes.
I'm good.
No doubt.
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, before I move on, though, let me. First of all, let's welcome to the realm the finest Lord Silver.
Official. Put the horns in the chat.
I wasn't on, so I have to come on and say it. And put the horns in the chat. Then we have $4 super chat from Night Music with a nice coffee mug too. So I'm sure he's appreciating the 11 a.m. as well.
Salute.
And I haven't played a damn thing this whole week.
You been working, bro? What's going on? You always playing.
Working hard in the bushes. Not even any Switch, man. Nothing.
No doubt. All right, we'll get to a lot to talk about, and of course, everyone's been waiting for this. We have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the XS Gamer.
Ooh,
the Lord of Combat Sports, king of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the fraud alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved and highly anticipated Lord King. How are we doing, sir?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let's go. What's up, man?
Phil Dominus Maximus.
Man, let me throw it in there real quick.
Aurelius Spencer.
We got Aurelius already?
We got Aurelius.
Aurelius.
I don't know. You might want to wait till
you might wait until after Wednesday. Can we wait until after Wednesday?
No. You're gonna put some respect on my man's name right now. I'm not waiting for nothing PlayStation is doing. Y'all gonna stop that right there.
Fearless.
You know why?
Why?
They in that box. I told you what he was gonna do with the pincer attack. Boop, boop. You don't have power and you don't have price. I don't care what you do. There's nothing you're doing is getting out of that. You know why he got Aurelius? Because it was your 25th anniversary when my man went buck bananas on
he shouted on their birthday, disrespected on their day.
Was trending. He went to your funeral and kicked over your casket. My man is out here rocking you. And I don't care what y'all talk. There's no gameplay. He's waiting for you to show all your hand and he's gonna knock you smooth out. So all y'all talking about, PlayStation's been quiet. You can't talk with a bloody mouth. Your mouth is bloody. So I'm not being friends. I'm not talking all that, PlayStation, you gotta be nice. It's about game. I don't care. Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer. No, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer.
Aurelius King,
is in the building. And y'all already know watch. I cannot wait until we do that live show because after that live show, y'all already know there's another show for Xbox. And why is that? Why is that?
So King Pixel G concurs with you with the $2 super chat, $2.99 Series S plus Game Pass. Good night and God bless.
Yo, come on. Rand, can we get some sense in it?
No, but
I can't even wait to
I'm gonna let King have his moment.
Thank you, sir. That was just my intro, and let me explain what I've been playing this week.
Hold on. Let's welcome another Lord to the realm. We have J-Force Games. Welcome to the realm, sir. Let's get them crests in the chat.
Put the crests on, man. Welcome to the realm.
That's right. Get those bayonets up.
That's a new name, man. J-Force, what's up, man? Salute. So get your balls off, sir.
To my shock and my amazement, Drake's Hollow is inside Game Pass.
Boom, Game Pass.
That's a game that we saw on the floor, got the interview with the developer, and the game is utterly amazing in its final form. Resident Evil 7 is in Game Pass, definitely touching that up. But I want to give a shout out to Green Mason because he got sick and tired of me fraud and not picking up Marvel Avengers.
Wow.
And he's
hit you with the gift. Hit you with the gift. You gonna play this?
He told me check my messages.
He got tired of you. I was telling you, bro. Like you love Hulk. Like that is you.
Okay, Hulk with the Tor Pectoralis Major.
Oh, you're not feeling
Hulk running around looking like me in the chest.
Disrespectful.
Boy, wow. I said okay. So I'm looking at him like when I first saw it. First of all, to me, the game is fantastic. I don't like too much of the blur effect. I wish I can take it off. Yeah. But when I saw the Hulk, I'm like, why is he bruised up like that? Like, what the hell is going on? And I said, it's like when I tore muscle, because when I tore my muscle, it looked like that. Then I'm looking at his chest piece, and then I started looking at all the other skins. I said, yo, his chest on those chests is right. I said, why they gave my man the beat up chest piece? I was pissed off with that because I'm stuck with this chest piece beat up Hulk until I can get a better skin. And that's the only part. If that's the only part I'm mad at, it's a damn good game. But that's the only part I'm mad at. It is the Hulk. It is a nice grounded take on Avengers. If you haven't tried it, or if the demo's up or whatever's still up, try it out. Whatever anybody's telling you, don't let nobody decide what your food tastes like. You taste your food.
Factual, no doubt. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi Lord OLED himself. Spreading that realness in the realm of the IOP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. What's popping? Brand new OLED locked in. 4K 120. What's rocking? Yo, we got to talk about it. Rand, what's up? Colt, what's up, man? I'm condescending.
I got a B8. So now you're making me all jealous. I need to get a CX now, man. I got 1080p at 120, but not 4K.
You're going to need them.
But you know what? Dealer told me to buy that back in.
Oh, he did?
What year was that, Colt? 2018? Did dealers spend my money? Right? Dealer loves spending our money, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're crazy if you're not buying a brand new TV every year.
Yeah, shout out to dealer.
My dealer's trying to get me to buy a brand new PC too, so I just bought one a couple years ago.
Hey, I'm telling you the same thing. So.
Yeah, that is that is true.
You got to spend money to make money, you rich YouTuber over there.
Oh, please, Mister, I only got 150,000 views on my last video.
Oh, we view shots. View shaming against the great Colt. We doing that?
No. My God,
Colt's the best. Colt is the best.
Yo, salute, man. That thing is glorious. Like, oh man, just first I want to shout out some lords. Shout out to Lord Jay Fonzarelli, who actually took the time, gave me some great advice. First, salute to him, everything that's going on with his family and everything like that. That's my bro. It was so good to hear his voice. We talked on the phone, and he was just like, man. And then, just got over life stuff, and then we started talking about gaming stuff. And then, he hooked me up. He was like, Cog, make sure this setting's right. This. Also want to shout out Six Slayer with giving me some information in reference to FreeSync and some slight issue with the Xbox One X and which setting to mess with. So I was just playing around, man. Yo, first thing off the bat, Sea of Thieves, Jesus Lord. Yo, man, like I've never cared about that game that much until now. That thing looks amazing. Obviously, Destiny had to put through the paces just to see the different areas, the illuminant, when stuff goes from like a dark area to a well-lit. I don't even know what ray tracing look like, put it that way, because this is non-ray tracing stuff. So if ray tracing amplifies or makes any of this stuff look even better, it's truly amazing. So shout out to that. Dolby Vision. Oh man, them deep blacks and
hey, let me say something. Let's go. Since you're talking about TV porn right now.
Let's go.
Don't let somebody tell you how good looking their games look when they're running like a 1987 Zenith with 6-inch bezel.
Bro, are you implying what King is saying, that we should listen to these TCL gamers?
No, you definitely should not listen to these TCL gamers.
Thank you.
Come on now. Now, I have a TCL in the other room. That for $500, that's a great TV. But don't get all up on your high horse when you.
Those TCL gamers got the PS4 Slim and the Xbox One S. Those 4K TVs that can't even do it.
You said they got the PS1 Slim and you got the S1. No, they don't. They got the OG Fats.
The OG Fats. They got the Xbox VCR hooked up to the TCL.
Man, bro.
OG Fats with the Kinects.
Y'all savage. Yo, the thing looked absolutely amazing. Also 4K Blu-ray. I threw on Black Panther. Man,
there you can use Dolby Vision.
Yes.
That's the thing with HDR, right? Like HDR 10 doesn't have the full color gamut. Like it just doesn't do what Dolby Vision does. So and it's funny, like that Xbox bent the knee and said, you know what, we're gonna give you guys this licensing fee, and we're gonna because it's night and day. And then
who's the only one that has it?
Well, is it confirmed? They said first. That's the. Let me defer to Colt. Colt, what do we know so far about Dolby Vision? Because the lingo I got was that when Dolby made the announcement, they said first on Xbox. Or is it an exclusive thing? Do we know if PS5 is not having it? Any information?
I didn't hear the words first on that, but if a console's coming out in 2 months, they would have said by now.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, there is some. I looked into this Dolby Vision quite a bit over the past year or so, and it dynamically changes the HDR based on the scenes. So you're always getting the best HDR at all times. Yeah. So it is far superior. So pairing Atmos on any set, any headset, or any sound system will work with Dolby Atmos at its best, and then you get Dolby Vision, and then the Series X is the most powerful. Like you've got a really good set for playing just about every single game, so it's going to be really nice. I don't know if they're planning on bringing that to PlayStation later. I think the PS4 Pro and the PS4 were rocking Dolby 5.1, I think, most of the generation, while the Xbox was using 7.1.
7.1, yeah.
Right.
PlayStation, though. I mean, I threw on Ghosts on there. I threw on a couple other games. It looked phenomenal. I adjusted my HDR settings on my PS4. Looked great. Shout out to Switch. Even Switch looked kind of good. I was throwing Marvel Ultimate Alliance on it. It looked better than it ever looked before. I was just like, okay, all right, Switch, you want to look good? I was expecting the worst from them.
The only thing about the OLEDs is the only thing that has me sort of like, and I've been talking to you about this, how teeter is just the brightness. And
that's my little thing, and I'll get off the topic soon, but because I was going back and forth with Fonz, and he's like game mode and whatever, but I'm like, it's muting my colors. I like it popping. You know what I'm saying? So we're having this philosophical debate, and I can understand. Like, the purists are gonna want that more. I know you, Soft. You're a purist.
The game mode in the bushes.
Yeah. I already know.
He hates me.
I know. So
we already know my the OLED is that's at the condo.
Shout out to Wilmy. He said it's a good TV when it make the Switch good look good. That's a fact. That's a fact. Last point I'll say is I'm really excited now because of the TV code. Like, I'm so hyped. Anytime I hear there's a 4K 120 hertz game, like Rainbow Six Siege, Ori, what's the Dirt? All those is getting copped.
Let me ask you a question. Is that formulating your purchase list?
Oh yeah, that's on the list.
Yeah. Okay, so the television is dictating what games you're going to purchase. You games that you would have never looked at, right?
Yeah, the only game he's going to end up playing on is Destiny 2.
We'll be playing a lot of that beyond lights on Game Pass, sir. And you're going to be joining me. You have no excuse.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't believe Sav is like game mode is in the bushes. Like every time I like sometimes. When the TV doesn't flip to the right mode, or I change it sometimes, and then I play a game, it's like, why does this feel weird?
Yeah,
like why? And then I'll look like, oh, it's because it's not in game mode. No,
but I will say this: the LGs are getting closer and closer to be able to give you the game mode, like the benefits of game mode, without affecting the picture quality as well. But other ones, like it'll mute the colors, and it's like it's running smoothly and beautifully, but I'm like, nah.
Well, one thing I like about this TV snitches. It'd be like HDR on, like it'll tell you if this game have HDR or not. Like it's fun. But anyway,
it tells you the frames per second. It tells you everything, right?
Yes, let's get the super chats on this move.
Let's get the super chat. We have Smitty Smith with the $2 super chat. Aurelius, finally. Okay, hold on a second. We're going to scroll down a little bit. Then we have Lord Humble Beast with the $2 super chat.
Yes, sir.
Pouring out a little liquor in my black tux. R.I.P. TCL.
Salute to the TCL. Rest in peace to
we
the
have
homies.
Lord Mods with the $10 super
Mods.
PLN $10 super chat. Series S will hold gaming back to the book.
Shout out to Mods, Lords of Gaming.net, being messy in there. Salute to my bro.
He's killing it right now with
Mods
his video.
in his bag, man. Salute to Mods. What else we got?
For sure. Then we have Lord Tazuichi with the $5 super chat.
Lord.
Say it with me now, Cog. Norin Rad, good guy. Surfer straight bushes.
Wow. We're not doing that.
Not even the best hero. Hashtag not even a hero. Hashtag never had a good story.
We're going to throw the fraud alert right on you with your fake surfer knowledge. Because you're a fake surfer knowledge dude. You do not know about surfer. I had to pull your card on your knowledge. I can tell you don't read the books. Anyway.
Okay. Then let's put those crests in the chat for a new member of the realm.
Let's get it.
Lord Schnitter Design.
Schnitter. Salute. Put the horns up, man. Put the horns up. We all caught up? We all caught up. Stitch came up.
We got Stitch with the $5 super chat. First, time change announcement. Yes, there were plenty of them. Stitch.
Yes, sir. Fraud alert on Stitch. You did not pay attention. We put multiple.
No addict in uniform. And third, TCL is putting together a cease and desist order. Lord.
No. Shout out to everybody. So we all caught up. So look, let's get real quick. We got the winners, right? We got some bills to gotta pay real quick.
Got some bills we got to pay. Every month we say thank you to our Patreon subscribers and our YouTube subscribers for supporting us. So let's get into these giveaways.
Yes, sir.
We have our $10 gift card giveaway for the month of September, and that goes to
who to win?
Stormwalker 4.
Stormwalker.
If you're listening, and I don't have any other contact information for you, please contact me at LordSovILP on Twitter, and I will get you your code.
Salute.
All right, now.
Oh, hold on. Jay Barry in here being messy. So we gonna have to get that. Let me get shout out to the Boogie Down's own Jay Barry with the $20 super chat. I would love King to read Happy PlayStation 5. Oh no, matter of fact, King, my bad. No, King, you have to read this. Excuse me, Barry put this in for you.
What it is it says?
It's in color. It's in color. Don't try to front. It's in color.
I would love King to read Happy PlayStation 5 Showcase Announcement Weekend. Series S celebration is over. Shout out to the Lord. Well, you know something? I do appreciate the fact that they said something, because you guys was in the tears and buckets standing there with snot bubbles in your nose. And I understand. But don't be too happy, because come Wednesday, you're going to have the same face y'all had today. The same face. All you got is hope, and we dash that away. You don't have price and you don't have power. They can't change those two things. It's over.
Here we go. Wednesday going to be fun. Oh, and then we got somebody else sticking out. JV Barry laughing.
We got Tazoichi with the $5 super chat. Surfer has been a good hero since the 90s, where no stories were great. Also, old man screaming Colt was the best avatar.
Yes.
And Rand, how is the puppy?
Colt Rand.
You got a puppy, Rand?
No. I mean, we rescued
an
English Mastiff a year ago, but he was already like 2 to 3 years old at that point.
Don't let Rand lie.
I remember that though.
He pets that little guy.
Colt's not a pup. Colt's got 2 puppies.
Come on, you sound manly when you say that.
He took away.
Colt got 2 purse dogs.
2 purse
dogs. Loki or Copper? Which one do you love more?
Loki.
Whoa!
I hope.
Wow, he made you choose out of your babies.
Hey, and you know, right now when we're stuck at home, having a couple loyal dogs has been pretty nice.
Yep.
Because the kids are ridiculous.
Yeah. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Shady devil. Lord Sov, you gonna continue, sir?
Okay, so that we have our $20 gift card giveaway. No, I didn't. Yeah. Our $20 gift card goes to
who we got?
Regulator 951.
That's my dude.
That's my dude. He be on Xbox. Hit me up. Salute. Yep. You already know. Oh, what's up? Right. What's up, CD? Dior, what's going on, Niner Gang? I see you, bro. You already know what time it is.
He up early.
What's up? Mm-hmm.
All right, and now we have our Teespring giveaway.
All right.
And our Teespring giveaway goes to
who get the trip?
The Medic.
The Medics.
The Medic. Once again, thank you to all our YouTube and Patreon subscribers for all you guys do for us. It is amazing. Like I said, week over week, day over day, you guys are constantly getting new people into the realm. So thank you so much for the support. Truly appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Good to see y'all up early, man. I know we sent out the message in the middle of the week, so salute to y'all for being up early. The Lord's bending the knee to football and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get right into it, man.
Does football bubble count though? I mean, like, does football bubble count?
It counts because fantasy league started and I got money on line.
I don't want to hear no frauding on that. It absolutely counts.
I'm so upset. I'm like so upset. Football bubble should not count.
Shout out to Michael, aka BK Best Nice Fighters, $2. What up, King? Them PS dudes looking scared. Okay. He's busting his gun.
Sir.
All right. Last week's poll results in the people have spoken to the question with the latest announcement and controversy of Super Mario 3D Collection being a limited release port. Do you think Nintendo fairly or unfairly gets a pass on these practices? The winner of our 3-way ILP poll at 52% of the vote was yes. Pure greed, minimal effort, and fake urgency by Nintendo. Coming in at second place at 28% of the vote was I don't care because it's going to be on and popping when the Zelda remake versions come out. And in last place at 19% of the vote was this is not anything new. Nintendo is just meeting demands of its fans. Shout out to all the Lords who participated in the poll. Let's get our resident Nintendo expert, Lord Rand. How are we feeling about this?
How do I feel about the Mario 3D stuff?
Yes.
I don't understand why anybody would want to replace Sunshine, first of all, because that is a horrible, horrible game. And two, like, if Microsoft or Sony did this, where they said, "Hey, Last of Us 2 is only going to be available physically and digitally for 6 months," or Halo Infinite was only going to be available digitally for 6 months, there would be riots in the street. Nintendo does it, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's cute," or that's Nintendo being Nintendo, right? It's I don't. Nintendo just gets away with a little bit more stuff than everybody else does. It seems
factual.
Or they'll be like, "Why putting it on limited demand or whatever, limited stock is genius."
It's genius.
It's always the best one, right?
Facts, man. Yeah, definitely Switch coming in hot with the scams. Salute. You want to get George Padilla?
We have George Padilla with the $10 super chat. First time here. Get an Einhorn sound effect for the giveaway. Thanks, fellas.
Salute, George Padilla. Welcome to the room, brother.
Yes, sir.
You already know. So let's get right into it, man. We got a lot of topics going on. Lord Sov, you are up. Looks like the internet broke with some news.
Apparently, yes.
What's going on, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, the cat's out of the bag. Finally, Microsoft has lost the game of chicken through no fault of their own. And after leaks which showed the Xbox Series S and its specs, rather than deny them, Microsoft decided to come out and say, yes, this is the Xbox Series S, and release the video that was introducing the console to the world, in addition to its specs. Not long after, they gave the price point, which is $299, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then not long after that, they decided to give the price point for the Xbox Series X coming in at $499, and the release date for both consoles, which will be Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. Boo on the Tuesday for me. I want the Friday. So my question to you, gentlemen, is, first off, what do you think of the Series S as a product in and of itself? How do you think its place in the marketplace affects what PlayStation is going to be doing next Wednesday? And as a whole, well, no, that's basically it. Say
the leak for me on the second topic, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which leak?
Well, just the fact that it leaked itself. Because I want to touch on that on a separate.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. Look, let's get right to it, man. Let's get a little Colt in here, man. We know the news broke. Obviously, but now that it's all out there, all the information that's off, put out. Like, what are you feeling, man? What's your thought process on this?
I talked about it for almost 2 years. It was crazy. Thanks to Rand and I talked about it for a long time. We had an idea. We had our hunches. You asked, how does this affect PlayStation? Price is the biggest deciding factor on buying a console. Now, a lot of people are going to argue with me, and it doesn't mean that the Xbox Series S is going to outsell the PlayStation. And it doesn't mean it could or that it should, but it does mean that a lot more people are going to jump on a next generation Xbox than they may have before. And when people go in, and it's not even impulse buy, when people go in and they know what the value of Xbox is with Game Pass and with what that little box can do with that black ugly circle on the side of it.
Shout out to the boom box. Shout out.
That $299 price tag at Walmart or Best Buy or whatever online, that is really, really enticing, and it's going to move a lot of people onto an Xbox or have them add an Xbox to their gaming area. So that's really what that means.
No doubt. Now, Colt, let me double down with you. Like, what about the tech itself? How excited are you about the tech that was announced, specifically with the S?
I am way more excited about the Series S tech than a lot of the people talking right now on social media that don't know what they're talking about. This is, as Mike Ibarra, who left Xbox and isn't really a huge fan of Xbox as he used to. Right? He said on RDX podcast chat last week, he said,
you're not shame the devil.
You're not he said, you're not getting a 1440p box that can run up to 120 frames for $300. You're not getting that on a PC, anywhere near a PC. You're not getting that on another console. It's amazing what it's going to do for next generation games. You're going to see all these games, bunch of games running at 60. Everybody is going to stop worrying so much about resolution count the next generation, and they're going to be worrying about, does it have ray tracing? Does it also run at 60?
Yes.
Does the HDR look really great?
Yes.
There's going to be things that more than just that overall count of resolution, and that's where the Series S shines because it's so dirt cheap.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big deal.
Point of entry. So real quick, so how you doing it, Kel? You getting both? You getting one? What you looking at for you personally?
Yeah, I'm going to be out of money. I am definitely buying a Series S and an X. The X will be my main. I'll put it right next there. I'm going to the X. I'll move the HDMI back and forth once in a while to try it. I may not use it much, but I want to have it. And I'm also getting the PS5 digital because who needs a disc? Nice. So yeah, I'm getting the Series S for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm going to get super chats. Did we get Rand in?
Sure. We have Speederman with the $5 super chat. Colt, the naughty dog of YouTube, and Rand, the ultimate insider on ILP. Fire, great
true.
He loves the insider tab. Keep calling Rand an insider, y'all. He loves
it.
He loves the acknowledgement of all his hard work.
Then we have Everborn Saga with the $2 super chat. Aaron Greenberg says only Xbox has Vision and Atmos. So
interesting. All right, let's get it in. Shout out to Hazard.
One more. We have Cedric H with the $10 super chat. Cedric. Good morning, Lord. Shout out to Rand and Colt, listening and reading Wolverine Hands on a Dead Body. Wolverine Hands on a Dead Body.
Yeah. Okay, I thought he worked in the morgue, so I was like, you working in the
Hands on a Dead Body.
Now, shout out to Cedric Gates. That's the comic guard right there. Salute, man. Salute.
What did Hazardor say?
Oh, he said, not an insider. He's defending Rand. Yo, Hazardor, stop memeing me, bro. You killing me right now, bro.
That was what's up.
He be in his bag. He got him like lined up too. He be in his bag, yo. Salute to Hazardor. He be killing me. But yo, let's get right to it. Lord Rand, man. Now that the news is out there, the information has got a chance to saturate a little bit. Like, where you at as far as, you know, both consoles, the announcement, the price point? How you feeling?
I mean, it's exactly what I expected it to be. I've known about it for
insider talk. Let's go.
I mean, I've known about Series S for I don't know how long at this point. I mean, I still recall like there was that point where everybody thought it was canceled, and I remember me and Dealer pulled you aside, and we both were just like, it was like October. I'm like, this thing's still real. Like we knew it was real. Like, so it's not a surprise. Realistically, it maybe was a surprise in the way Microsoft announced it. Obviously, nobody was expecting a tweet at 2:00 in the morning to officially announce the console. I don't think anybody expected them to announce it all the way in September. I think it was supposed to be announced earlier, so that's a surprise. The way it looks, I would say the form factor is a bit surprising. Like I had always heard it was like basically a shoebox, and it really does look like a shoebox.
Yeah, very small.
Which is impressive for that system to be that small for the the tech inside of it. I think it was very important for Microsoft to hit $299 because that was the play. Like we knew Series X was going to be expensive, and this is their play to regain some market share this generation in the United States and United Kingdom. Like I don't really think, like I think regaining market share in Europe is probably a lost cause at this point in time. Like Spain, Germany, those places are like firmly entrenched, like PlayStation Nation.
Right.
But even this gen, like the Xbox did pretty well for the most part in the United States. There wasn't that big gap like there is elsewhere, and especially now with the way the economy is and people out of jobs, like this system could really appeal to. I mean, let's be honest. The system is for the group of gamers who only really are interested in playing Call of Duty or Fortnite or Madden or FIFA, who don't really have an allegiance to PlayStation or Xbox, who don't care about the Halos or don't care about the God of Wars and stuff like that. Like they're in it, be like, I want to play the big multiplayer, the multi-platform games, or the big multiplayer games with their friends, and price is more important to them. Is that like a huge audience? Potentially, potentially Series S could be something that is disruptive to the industry. Maybe it won't be. I mean, we won't know until the systems are out and what the availability of these systems are. Like, I'm worried that when pre-orders go live on the 22nd,
what's up?
I'll miss it. But I'm going to be F5 and all these different websites, man. Like I think it's going to be I have a feeling these systems are going to be very limited, and there are going to be people out there who want to get them and who won't be able to.
Right.
So I think it was important for Microsoft and their strategy against PlayStation. They wanted to have the most power, which they achieved with the Series X, and they wanted to have the cheapest price, which they will. There's no way Sony is going to match that at $299.
Oh, really is.
There's zero chance. I know I've seen some PlayStation guys.
Christopher Hart's in there, Ray, coming at you.
I've seen some PlayStation guys say that they'll get the digital edition all the way down to $299, and I'm like, you're smoking something. You're smoking something if you think that's going to happen.
As far as X is also a little bit lower than it really should be too. So remember that.
Yeah, they're losing. They're probably losing a fair bit of money on the Series S. As far as what PlayStation affected by it, I don't think so because I mean we've known about it for a while. Right. I'd assume PlayStation's known about it for a while. They'd probably guessed the price point as well. PlayStation just it's like I was told, like you build this, you kind of like have a price point in mind when you make these systems in the first place. Right. It's not just like you build a system and then you're shocked, like, oh my God, this system with $700, what happened? It's like, no, like you have a target in mind when you make it. So I don't really think Series S infected Sony in any way, shape, or form. They're going to price the system to whatever they originally, built the system to do, like whatever they designed it for. Right. And the thing is, I've always felt, and I know Xbox fans maybe don't want this, but like, and maybe King won't like to hear this. But like Sony can afford to be less powerful and more expensive. Right. They are the more popular worldwide brand.
Right. They definitely can, and I hope they take your advice. I hope right now they come out $5.99 and $5.50. I hope that please listen to Rand.
They won't be that expensive, but
let me ask you this. Let me back you up for a second, right? Because you're making some great points. My question is, if that is the case, right, and we do recognize them as the global brand, they're the market leader from the gen and everything. We get that. But my question is, so if that's the case, and they have so much cachet, I guess my question is, why them specifically engage in any type of game of chicken when they've been so dominant and just say, yo, this is what we are? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like, I guess that's my question to you. Why do you think the hesitation?
I think the game of chicken potentially had more to do with Series X and Series S. Because there might have been some line of thinking that like Sony may have thought Series X might have been more expensive. So then they could have undercut like a potential $600 Series X, right? And then they could have had the PS5 come in like, and then if they offered the PS5 for $500, it would have looked really good in comparison. So I think that's where more of the game of chicken was going on. Plus, I really do think the pandemic affected everything.
Yeah.
I know Sony was hesitant, at least from what I was told, to talk about price and release date until they knew for sure what the launch lineup was going to be, which is why, and that's one of the reasons why it's taken this so long, because up until recently, it wasn't locked into what games were launching with the system. Now we're 2 months away. Sony has a better idea of when these games are launching. So now they're confident enough to be like, all right, we know X games come in, X day. So it's like now we can announce the price, we can announce the release date, and get the ball rolling. And I would think a lot of that also has to do with like Microsoft. You saw they lost Halo, right? Which is a huge loss. Yeah. But they worked with their partners to kind of I'm not going to say, they tried to cover it up, right? Like there's a big hole in the ground, and they kind of like threw some leaves on top of it to make it look like it wasn't. Like
I like that analogy.
They launched. Now you're launching the Series X with Destiny 2, with the expansion on that day, with the upgrade in Game Pass, right?
Yes, buy it all for me.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla moved their game up a week to launch with the console. Yes. Dirt 5 delayed their game to launch with the console. So Microsoft worked with their partners to essentially launch more games with the system to make it a little bit more...
Gears Tactics as well, right?
To make it a little bit more appealing because of the Halo Infinite wasn't going to be there,
Right. Right. No facts. These are fantastic places. I know we got a couple super chats and then we get King. If you got that.
Yeah, hold on a second. We got Stitch with the $5 super chat. The leak could potentially hurt Xbox just because PS5 price was rumored to be $600. I hate leaks. It takes away from the oh crap moment reaction.
Yeah, I feel you.
That is true. Then we have Gerald Mack with the $5 super chat. Shout out to the ILP. Good morning. Rocking with the heavy hitters Rand Al Thor 19 and Colt Eastwood.
Beastwood. Yes, son. Came down from his 100K to talk to me today.
Oh, God.
I gotta get him.
I just want y'all to know he is the humblest man in the world.
Salute.
Trust me.
Salute. When Colt reached out, was like, "Yo, Colt, what's up?" And I'm like, "Yo, I got you, bro. You right. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying?" Even Rand told me like, "Yo, what am I?" I'm like, "Yeah, my bad. I just assume you guys have been."
No, it's the perfect week to have us. Though.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you did talk to me about a month ago, and you said, "Hey, when this Lockhart stuff comes out, let's do the show."
Absolutely.
And there you got
Cognito's just been too busy rubbing shoulders with the superstars to remember us, the little guys.
Oh, here we go. Man, get on a lock one time, and this is what I get. Salute the Rand for being messy. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff going. I had to have you both on because, again, I want to shout you two out before I pass it over to King because you guys have kept me in line as far as what this price most likely is going to be. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have been on the money. So salute to you guys. I see the videos.
It's the only two price points that ever made any logical sense. Like I remember being on here back in December, like right after the Game Awards. If you recall, remember like the Game Awards, they revealed the system. That was when I said Horizon Zero Dawn was coming to PC and PlayStation Nation came at my neck. Right? Remember when PlayStation? Remember when Jay Barry came at my neck? And he was
you in here? I need some knees.
Jay Barry's my guy though. So
no, he already nailed those knees. I got those right there on ice for you.
Yeah,
so yours.
But I said that because I remember because I listened back to that episode and like there's a few people concerned that like the systems would be $599 and $399 and like come on guys, like these systems. It was only ever going to be $299 and $499. So I mean, like, Colt. I mean, right? Am I wrong in that?
I am so sick and tired of hearing the Xbox Scorpio is going to be $800, and then it turned into the Series X is going to be $800 or $1,000, and I don't know. I mean,
right.
The only thing that we could do at that point was say, is the Series X really going to be $500 or are they going to go for $400 because $500 isn't like really a great price point for moving a lot of consoles, but Microsoft doesn't care. People say, Cole, are they going to undercut Sony? Are they're going to move the price? I'm like, no, they have no reason to move the price. They have Series S. Series S is the price winner. Series X is the power winner.
Facts.
That's all they have to do.
But
and then they have to bring Xbox Game Studios up to speed, which starts next year.
Yeah, but
shout out to Addict and Forte for taking the L.
Oh, they gotta take the L. Yeah. Yo, shout out to Addict. Yeah, throw them both in the bushes. They've been pushing that 600 narrative, and I'm like, no, bro, stop. Thank you for saying that, Ram.
I mean, I'm sure Forte will talk about in the the 10th podcast he's doing this week or whatever.
Shout out to Forte.
We love
shout out to Forte, man.
Yo, he's right. I want to shout out Cole too because at the end of the day, another part of prior to this lead up, right, Cole, was that the whole rhetoric that the Lockhart doesn't exist. Remember that? That was strong for a minute, Cole. So again,
I mean, there's a maybe a former prominent member of the gaming community on Twitter that called me a liar like a year and a half ago. Said Colt's out here lying about this Lockhart, and I talked about I think it was right at the beginning of 2019 after I'd reported about Lockhart a couple times. I said that it could be one of the things that helps Xbox come up and have a really great generation because it was, I mean, we had been hearing that if this thing existed and it was about the power of the One X what it is now, it was going to be $300. And with that price point, it was going to sell a lot more than any Xbox One was selling. So,
Cole, do you remember? And I even said this back in that December show. I was like, people were like, "Well, what are they going to do with the One X?" I'm like, "It's going to be discontinued." And then what happened? It was discontinued.
They were going to be confused, man.
It was so confused. You know what's weird? Like as soon as Kotaku ran that hit piece about the naming thing, and it's people will be confused, and I'm like, and I thought to myself, like, wait a minute. there's literally 2 Switches on the market, Switch and Switch Lite.
Facts.
And one of them doesn't even freaking switch.
You talking about the standstill?
Right? It's just the handheld.
Yep.
Oh my god!
And people seem to understand exactly what each one of them does.
I've gotten a comparison that really ticks people off because they don't like me comparing a car to a console. But the Honda Civic has been putting out the DX and the EX and the SI for 30 years, at least 25 years, and no one's come home with a Honda Civic like, dang it, I bought the base model.
The problem isn't 2 SKUs. The people don't have a problem with multiple SKUs. People have a problem with Xbox.
Oh, are we implying, Red? Are we implying there's bias against Xbox?
Now, wait, hold on. I got to say something else that people don't say. Let's go. PlayStation has the best naming convention because they just go 1, 2. They have a linear naming convention. If you ignore the Slims and the Pros and the ones they've done along the years, theirs is the most simple, but they kind of have one of the only products in the market for mostly anything that goes in a sequential number.
Yes.
The iPhone and Galaxies are wacky numbers. The Nintendo DS, TVs, forget about it. If you can't figure out that an S is the base model and an X is the high-end model of an Xbox, don't even go shopping for a TV because at this point, PlayStation is one of the very few products on the market that has a sequential numbering system. And I know people are going to come up, but there's this brand of forks I buy that goes by number 2. If you think about all the products that we buy all over our house and outside the world for whatever, there is not very many products that run like, oh, I'm going to get the Fork 7. Like, PlayStation has a great naming convention, and it is one of the very few products. Most every product on the market, I'll just repeat myself, doesn't use a linear naming convention. They use different names, and you just look at a box. And you go, what does it have? And when you go to Walmart or Best Buy or Target or look online, when you get to that page or you're at the store, there's a little white panel there that says Series S or 1S, and it has like a checklist. And then the X has a checklist. You get the same thing. Like, it's just, Rand's right. I just ranted for 4 minutes for nothing. Rand's right. People have a problem with Xbox, so they're coming up with a reason to concern troll, and they look like clowns.
I mean, it's concern trolling because, like, look at any product has multiple variations. I mean, Cognito bought a CX, bro. Were you confused between the CX, the BX, the EX? The 55-inch, the 48-inch, the 70, why didn't you get the B9 or the B9? What about
why didn't you get the B? A B is a higher letter grade than the C. So is the LG B series better than the C series because B is better? A would be the best, or is B last year's model and C is the new one and the next one will be D? Like.
So let me play a little bit of a devil's advocate.
No, PlayStation Nation, stand it up. Let's go, South.
Not at all. But this is it. All right. So when we first started talking about the S and what it can do, right? I guess people's assumption, and maybe it's wrong of them to assume that the S is better than the 1X in every way imaginable, right? But when you look at what it can do, like it can't do 4K, right? And if you're upgrading from
4K,
S,
there's upscales.
No, so it's not 4K then.
So then what you just said, the PlayStation Pro is not 4K either.
But I didn't say that. You said that.
I'm just saying.
Time.
You're saying the 1X can do 4K. Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. The 1X can, and the Series S can't. Right. That's one thing. So somebody coming from a 1X assuming that maybe the S is more powerful than the 1X might not be right 100%. Right. 2, when it comes to your back compact games, right? When it comes to your back compact games, you're going to be playing the S versions of that, rather than the X versions, right? So that's one of those things that I think they need to make clearer, that the Series S is the upgrade to the 1S, right? Because there's been some language that indicates like, hey, this box is better than the 1X in most every way. So it'd be easy for some people to be like, okay, if it's better.
Ask you a question, Saul. Do you really think that the person that purchased an X right now is the person that's purchasing an S?
No, not at all.
Man,
okay.
Not at all.
That's a
Not
different
at all.
kind of consumer, right?
It is a
That
different
consumer
kind
is looking at a Series X, right?
But their own language has said that this box is better than the One X in most every way. So if you're somebody who had the One X, right, for whatever reason, and you're not impressed or whatever, you don't want to go to the Series X, and you
get what you paid for.
That the Series S is better.
Go in there and you didn't do your due diligence, you get exactly what you came in there to get. You want to be cheap?
Beyond that, why do you think that is the case, though? If it is a better box, why doesn't it do those things, though?
Well, I mean,
Well,
One X is discontinued, so I mean, like nobody's really gonna be able to buy it anyways. Two, while it can't do 4K because it was designed to be 1080p, 1440p machine, which, by the way, it'll be more of a 1080p machine. It will be a 1440p machine, but like,
I agree.
It's only going to do its own enhancements. Like the One X was just brute forced to do 4K in a lot of cases, right? They just threw in a better GPU, and it was still held back by the CPU and all that stuff. This game, and we already saw Gears 5 run 120 frames. The One X could never run Gears 5 at 120 frames.
Right.
Well, it could, but you'd have to drop the resolution really low, right?
Right.
Destiny 2 is probably going to run at 60 frames on the Series S. Not going to run at 60 frames on the One X. Right. It's because it's going to have its own set of enhancements, not to mention like fast loading with the SSD. So I guess it really depends on what you consider better. Like, do you consider the 4K resolution better or the frame rate enhancements better?
Right.
But in my mind, the consumer that is concerned about that, like that has a One X, would be upgrading to the Series X or the Series X, and the consumer would be who is the One S would be upgrading to the Series S.
Yo,
I gotta shout out. He's solving fear-mongering.
He said you fear-mongering.
What I'm doing is being objective, unlike some people on this podcast.
You're not being objective at all. You're just thinking a consumer that paid $500 for an X is going to run out and buy the cheapest
He's actually saying what a lot of people have been saying, which they sound reasonable, but Rand's breaking it down really well. The Series S is actually better than the One X in almost every way, just exactly as he said. Now, as far as the back and pat, you can say, well, the back and pat's not better, but there's actually.
But this is the reaction I wanted.
No, you holding on to that One X 4K though. I see you though. I see you.
I know what he's doing. But once you can checkerboard and do 4K, I don't know, with the deep sample and learning the stuff that's going on now. I mean, people can't tell the difference. And you talking about TCL owners, you know.
So that whole demographic of the Series S is TCL owners.
Seeing 4K anyway. So I mean, what are you really talking about?
So we gonna shoebox the whole demographic, King? That's what we doing?
Let me just say something real quick, okay? About this whole back and pat stuff with the Series S. I see a lot of guys who aren't interested in Xbox, who talk about Xbox all day long, right? And I'm just gonna say, and these are guys that have said, who buys consoles for back and pat stuff, right? We don't buy consoles for old games, blah 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 blah, which I tend to agree with because I don't use back and pat, but I like the idea of the games I buying actually moving forward with me, even if I don't use them, whatever. But my point is, you have these guys who don't care about Xbox and won't buy their consoles, suddenly really concerned that the Series S is going to run the back and pat versions of the One S. I'm just going to ask a simple question. Are you going to keep that same energy when the PlayStation 5 back and pat is shown off? And if it is way worse than the Series S, like let's say the PlayStation 5 back and pat strategy, Sony comes out and be like, bro, we only got 100 games launching with back and pat. I wonder if those same guys who gave the shit, sorry for the bad word, the Series S for the back and pat, will they have that same energy for Sony if their back and pat strategy isn't up to par?
Are you
or will they suddenly be completely silent? We'll find out soon enough.
We don't know what the back and pat strategy is on the PS5. I'm buying a PS5 day one. I don't know I don't even know what's going on. I also don't even know exactly what's going on with the Xbox, because there's more. I mean, people have been DMing me like crazy about this. There's more to the story about the Xbox Series console back and pat than just saying, well, the RAM pool in the Series S is only 7.5, and that's not enough for a 1X enhancement. There's way more to that. We had Bill Stillwell on RDX like 3 months ago. He said they have select titles. We don't know anything about how many or how many games are going to get this treatment, but the software engineered enhancement on back compat is now seeing games that are unlocking frame rate without a patch from the developer. And I don't know if that means 1 or 2 games. I don't know if it means a lot of games, or if Bill Stillwell is trying to say they've got a lot of games running this. We have no idea. So there's way more to the story. So people could be out here concern trolling about Xbox One S versions of games on Series S. And then by the time this thing comes out, we're going to start seeing a bunch of games that get automatically patched almost in the same way we may see PS5 backward compatibility work, where they use the hardware to boost the games so they look better than they did on the PS3.
Yeah, okay, so I'll get that. Get your point off and then the super chats, please.
Let me go and then we'll let King go. So to that point, what Colt was just talking about, after the announcement of the S, man, I saw so many podcasts, and I'm not going to shout out the podcast because I don't want to
shout them out. Name them and shame
them. Name them and shame the devil. No, we're not doing that. Do not listen to King. That's King's
one particular PlayStation centric podcast, and I just leave it at that.
PlayStation centric podcast talking about Xbox. Oh my god, unbelievable!
But it was one of those things. Like, look, I like to be objective as much as possible, right? And this was one of those things where it's like, they couldn't even just directly say, look, this is 100% positive about it. It was everything that they said about it. The counterpoints were ridiculous, like sort of ridiculous, like creating scenarios that just don't happen.
Little Timmy's back again.
It was just like, it was bad, man. I was like, I've never had to turn off a podcast like that. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So objectively, the value proposition of the S is absolutely bonkers. There's and the thing about it is, like, when you take into consideration the all access aspect of it,
facts.
In a lot of ways, I think Colt mentioned this earlier. Like, he doesn't necessarily see it as an impulse buy, right? But I really do see the people that are purchasing the S are people that are going to go buy it point of sale, one shot. With all access, I think once you measure the two, most people who are on the fence and thinking about getting an S, if they choose to go the all access route, that $10 difference a month, more often than not, I believe, is going to push them towards the X, right? Because if I'm paying $25 a month and I'm like, well, for $10 more, I can get the considerably more powerful console. Right. Why don't I just do that?
Right.
So the S serves so many different purposes in this marketplace that I think it's absolutely bonkers that anybody could shoot down this value proposition in any way, shape, or form. What I will say about somebody who is maybe went over to PlayStation this time around, and then but is willing to look at what Microsoft is doing this generation and say what's going on. Right. If PlayStation manages to bring that all digital console to $400, which I'm not sure that they can do that. But if they're willing and manage to do that, that $100 difference maybe doesn't mean as much to that person in that particular scenario, right? Beyond that, though, the S is appealing to everyone else. To everyone else in a way that's kind of bonkers. Like, and then listen, I another thing that pissed me off was just all of these Now all of these, listen, the armchair developers.
We back on that again. Oh Lord, yeah.
Listen, and I'm not a dev. I don't know the details of this stuff. I don't know it, but it's just like, once again, the thing
walk away from that one dev that was talking that stuff, right?
Yeah. The thing is, I've been saying this for years, right? And again, I don't know how this works per se, but. Developers have been scaling games forever. I don't want to get into the design argument. The design argument is completely separate from that.
So the design lords will come for you.
I'm not getting into the design argument. That's completely removed from that, right? Because 90% of the games you're going to be playing are third-party games that have to be developed.
Scale for the lowest common denominator that's lower than the S.
And the lowest common denominator is the lowest possible PC configuration you can find. That's the lowest possible denominator, which they account for. So again, and what I would like to know is, and again, if somebody knows, we've been saying for the longest time, these consoles are basically PCs now, right? So it'd be fine for somebody to assume, so if they're basically PCs now, then the development process should be basically almost the same, right? is that not true, right? Why are people coming out saying, no, we have to account for this, we have to account for that? It's different. They're making it seem like it's different on console than it would be on PC, that the way these things would scale is different. Right. So which one is it? Are these consoles like PCs, or are they still really built in this really bespoke manner that requires them to be addressed differently than you would a PC port?
Right. There's a lot of questions going to be answered. At the end of the day, I'm not going to do the dev talk here. I'm not. Yeah. I leave that for Lord Dealer, Lord Colt, all you guys. At the end of the day, this is what I say: let the game speak. Let the game speak. If the S ain't hitting 120 frames, if we start hearing reports, you know what I'm saying, of stuff, then we get into it. But so we got to get these super chats. Then we got to get King.
Yeah.
We got to get
hold on a second.
Yeah, we got a lot, man. We done missed
I got him. Hold on.
No doubt. But yeah, the chat is hilarious right now.
No worries. Okay, first we got Michael, aka Bet-Size Finance, with $2 super chat. Absolutely. On God and them, let the king speak. Coming up.
He coming.
Then we have Speederman with the $5 super chat. We need a fact checker group for gaming journalists. IGN says the Series S is faster than the PS5, and the Xbox Series S is the same as the Xbox One X. It's ridiculous.
Look. I'm the Lord of Unlock now. We ain't gonna do that.
I mean, we won't know until we get the tear down of that PlayStation right around. Tell the truth, the devil.
I mean, the facts are that the CPU is faster. Well, whatever.
Well, it's been debunked, but we'll get into that later. Continue.
We got Megatron with the $5 super chat. What's up, ILP? Great guests today. You guys are entertaining as always.
Oh, thank you, brother. Salute, Megatron.
Then we have ATL with the $10 super chat. Microsoft is Jordan gambling at the back of the plane with thousands of dollars. PlayStation is them dudes up front on the plane gambling with just dollars. PS don't come to the back of the plane.
How you gonna last dance shame us? Damn.
Then we have Tony Bryant with the $10 super chat. Sup ILP, hate that I missed the first half. A little too early for my knees. But keep doing what you guys are doing. Side note, getting a TCL for the kids' room. My wife would murder me if I bought another LG.
But you have one, sir. You have one.
My favorite name to say ever, Wilbo Gaggins. With
that is so crazy.
X Series X is $750 in Australia. Ouch. The Xbox One damaged the Xbox brand to the point where it is popular to dump on it for basically anything. Then we have Pixelbit G with the $5 super chat. Sony, PS sad question. Do any of you trust Sony to respect your digital purchases enough? Will your library from PS4 all come over? Will PS6 support PS5? Yeah, that's one of those. Like,
never.
It's kind of the same gamble you take when you do Nintendo all digital, right? Like, it's like, I don't know.
And make sure that you purchase the PlayStation with the disc.
You don't have confidence, King. Yes, we know. We know, King. We know.
Yeah. Then we have Noob Cybot 45 with $5.
Combat in the building.
With the $5 super chat. There's no way the PlayStation back compat will be as good. They would need to update every game manually. Not happening. Yep.
They're streaming.
Hold on a second. That's Jonathan B with the $5 super chat. Now all we need is for TCL to create an all access program so y'all can play $20 a month for HDR.
I'm dead.
Damn, Jonathan B. Come on, bro. What else we got?
Good Lord. Hold on, we got jumped.
We got Jonathan B.
I got Bari. Okay,
get Bari.
Bari with the $5 super chat. The game spoke for Xbox. Craig says hi.
Let me get Aquaman. $0 super chat. Is there going to be a trade-in your 1X towards your Series X deal for a discounted price? I believe in the middle. Neo Spark has said that after I think it was like 6 months or something, you get the option.
Oh, you talking about the all access program?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. If you're part of the all access program, If you're not part of the all access, you're not calling Microsoft up telling them come take your access.
We got Wilmy with the $200 super chat.
Wow.
Wilmy, thank you, my brother. Wow. The only thing Xbox is holding back is YouTubers with fake concerns trying to gather.
You sound like Rand, Wilmy. You sounded like Rand. Rand's rubbing off on you.
Then we have Restored Hades with the $5 super chat. Xbox Series X is going to be more impactful because PS5 is not going to be launching globally, and it's known that they're going to have limited.
Tell the truth, the devil.
Oh my God! So we all caught up. All right, look, let's get. King has waited long enough. Here we go. Let's get it, King. What are you feeling? You know, it's all the announcements. Oh, he brought the shirt out? King, what's that?
Oh, he had it made?
He had it made? King, talk to us.
Y'all know what this is.
Come on.
Y'all know what this is.
Oh, man.
Y'all see that Scorpio? See it right there, Scorpio. This is where it started. It's a monster.
Okay.
This is where it started. This is where he started his journey.
Who did that?
This is where Phil Dominus. This is where he got Dominus from. Remember, he got Maximus when he did Game Pass.
Okay.
He got Aurelius when he stomped your head to the curb. Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer. Put some respect on his name. He brought respectability back to the house of Microsoft. The Don is gone because the Don was trying to tear stuff up.
Shout out to the Don and Terry Myerson. Salute.
Satya got my man's back.
Should I open the Book of X, sir? As you're preaching,
Let's turn
to Great Series. It's a Sunday. Let's turn to the Book of X.
Are we adding scripture to the Book of X?
We're gonna add scripture. I think King's ready for scripture. You're gonna have a Bible reading.
see, you dudes don't know exactly what won last generation. For you people with goldfish memory, I'm gonna let you know what won. Price point, power, and being available. Now, you don't have price. Phil, check that off. He told you from the rip. He looked you in your eyes and said, "We will be the most powerful." Check that off.
Who did that for you?
So, they're launching globally. Availability? Check that off.
Pass the collection plate around, y'all. Pass the collection.
So
plate.
now, PlayStation must have forgot.
Roy Jones.
That
you see these bars?
We slipped on a banana peel. You got a layup. We laid up. We Patrick Hume. We finger roll. We messed up. We messed up. Somebody at the last minute thought connecting a box was a good thing.
Shout out to the Dawn. Shout out to Tara.
Somebody said, "Yo, let's divert power to the connect. let's put this big giant VCR box to the people.
Tell us, yo, the devil.
Let's release in limited spaces." Okay. Sins of the past is going to be visited by this boss that's in charge right now. PlayStation right now. Y'all trying to figure it out. Y'all saying, "Nah, King, they can't beat price." I'm gonna give you some undeniable facts right now. They can't beat price. It's over. So we know where you're going.
Why we know where they going?
Because they go for the cheapest. I know you. I know you. You're the Black Friday dude. I know you.
So the Black Friday TCL, this was a pointed attack at the cheap dude. That's what we're doing.
I told you he was coming for you. He got you. You already got it. Okay. Also, for the kid that thought he was getting a PlayStation 5. When your moms and your pops,
yo, you stupid.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
When they go to the store, they don't care about your PlayStation 5 ring.
Why are you crushing their dreams?
All right, because you're gonna open up your present under the Christmas tree. And you're like, it's gonna be a Series S.
Yo, you gonna have no parents?
You know
it's gonna be no foul parents, right?
It's coming with Game Pass, and they sick and tired of financing your hobbies. They sick and tired of digging in their pockets and your grades ain't good enough. They sick and tired of you thinking the world revolves around you. You're getting what they give you. So
you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Yo, it's funny how he's not even big up in the S. He just
no. You know why? Because listen, I'm picking up 4 consoles. I'm picking up 2 S's and 2 X.
Put no Book of X, y'all.
But For those power hungry dudes. For those dudes that was talking resolution and all that chit chat before.
Are you getting two S's so you can put them together and get 4K?
Oh no. You know, in my non-gaming rooms, like if I'm down in the man cave, in other situations.
Yes.
For you power hungry dudes.
Let's go.
For you dudes that was talking resolution. Remember that resolution? Remember that? Remember Digital Foundry? Y'all was all over digital. Y'all made Digital Foundry hot.
It's funny how power change a situation.
Funny, huh? Y'all talking that 120 talk. Y'all shut up. Shut up. Y'all don't got 120 in your box. Shut up.
They do got dirt, kid.
No,
come on.
Listen. They got 30 frames per second. Filmic vision. What the hell? They were talking about filmic vision. Listen. When the leak came out, first of all, I believe it was strategic. That's just me. I know. And then Microsoft, 3 o'clock in the morning, sends out a tweet. Who's up 3 o'clock in the morning? Microsoft is.
Yeah, shout out to them, yeah.
They were right all over that. This is true. That's the word. That's the word. The word is November 10th, locked and loaded. Go get that. And also,
yes, sir.
Get your pre-orders September 22nd. Take a day off work. They gave you enough time to take a day off work so you can be next to your PC refreshing your cart.
Oh, hold on.
Getting your stuff ready.
For you. It's not in color, but they said, is he ever going to talk about games?
Yo, listen. If it's not in color, I don't see you. If it's not in color, I don't see you.
We don't acknowledge Samantha right now.
If it's not in color, I don't see you. See the shades on? Only
this
see color.
Represents the TCL group you don't talk to.
So for you, I'm gonna give you this one. I'm gonna give you this one, TCL.
Let's go.
You just said games. You have not seen that one game running on your PlayStation 5.
Oh, shots fired. Oh, shots.
You have not seen that one game running on a PlayStation 5.
Shots. But what about
you have not even seen the box. You have not even seen the box. All we seen was a controller. All we seen was a controller. We saw Mike Cerny holding the same controller.
No, we saw Godfall running on a PS5.
We did not see Godfall.
We saw Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, King. Come on.
No. You saw at the bottom of the screen, it said captured on a PlayStation 5.
So you don't believe
you did not see them pan back off that screen and have a box playing right there with a dude with a controller, like, and look back at you and say, "This is real."
King is out of control.
So, let me tell you, all I've seen is CGI boxes. I don't believe you.
So they went King. They got a pan back.
You know what? If you, I want the same energy. Until you give your box up, until they give their boxes up. This whole week, you've been seeing Series X's and Series S's all over. Every tech head got them. Where's this PlayStation at?
So you need to tear down with them holding it in their hand. That's what you need.
I want the
No. We've seen that guy in the factory holding it.
I want to see it. I want to see it plugged up to the TV, and I want to see the disc go in. Wait. And I want to see it boot up.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Let's go, Cole.
What's uglier to you? And I know I have a bias, but this answer I can't deny this. What's uglier, an Xbox Series S with that black circle speaker on it, or a PS5 laying on its side? Oh my gosh! And I'm getting a PS5 day one, but that thing laying on its side, it looks like. Have you ever seen that commercial at the store with the guy who sells the pillows with the ugly mustache? Yeah. It looks like that guy. I'm going to make a meme today of that guy holding mypillow.com, and it's going to be the PS5.
I actually think the PlayStation 5 looks better. And that I actually believe so. That's just my. I always thought they made beautiful looking systems. But beauty doesn't make games. Beauty isn't the 12 teraflops. You're 8. And your overclock, you're boosting, it's gonna catch fire. But
oh my god,
I'm just saying this. There's a reason why they didn't give it to Digital Foundry. There's a reason why Austin Evans didn't get one. There's a reason why Unbox Therapy didn't get one. There's a reason why that box has not been in nobody's hands that can actually tell you what the hell is going on. There's a reason why you have not got over the shoulder information going on. There's a reason why they're hiding things with trains coming through and those are loading screens. There's a reason why they're pulling forward and you're talking about, I've seen the best thing ever. You have not seen anything. You've seen games running off of dev kits. So now you asking me, where's the Xbox games at? After this week, when the Xbox show comes up, after this week, after this PlayStation show, then the Xbox show is going to come up. Then ask me then where the game's at. Because that's when you're going to see the games. But when companies are telling you, oh, I remember Assassin's Creed, I was talking mad crap about Assassin's Creed. But it's 4K 60 and it's been confirmed. Have y'all been confirmed?
Wow. Listen, I hear what you're going, King. There's some truth in some of the stuff you're saying. You going all the way. You going all the way. You going all the way. I will say this, we to your point, what you're saying is you think Xbox got more in the chamber once they even announced on Wednesday.
They do. They got a show coming.
Why you got that?
They told everything. Listen, they told you price. They told you a release date. They showed you the S. They told you when you could pre-order. What else they got to tell you?
Listen, man.
What they coming around the corner to bust you upside the head.
Yo, son, get this super chat, then I'll go ahead and we'll move on. This is out of control today.
Let me go back into my thing.
So good. Oh my God, this is vintage cake today.
All right, we have we get to the point already with the $5. Watch Sony come on next week with another PS5 to match the Series S, PS5 TCL edition. Y'all ain't ready for it.
They already got it. It's called the PlayStation 5. 1440p.
Then we have the Scumcast only.
The Luca.
$5 super chat. Team Xbox, baby, all day, air day. What's good, boys?
Salute.
Then we have Pixelbit G with the $2 super chat. Who did that for you? Can I get an amen from the Lord?
Yeah, he was preaching, bro. I had the book out, the scripture out. It was going on.
Then we have Scrub Nurse with the $5 super chat. All right, members, turn your book to the List Spencer chapter 3, verse 16. King coming in hot. Salute to the Lords. Then we have Six Layer with the $2 super chat. You laugh, but King speaks facts.
Yo, the King got his followers, man. He's in there.
All right, hold on a second.
I think that
was from my list.
That was Scrub. What was the last one you read? Scrub.
That was Six Layer. No, the last one right now is...
Yeah, you good. Then we gotta catch up with us. Yeah, we're Hades, and then we should be good.
$5 super chat from Restored Hades. I just wanted to ask the panel, do you think that Xbox would put Xbox Series X in the design lab? Imagine being able to make a custom controller in Series X.
That's crazy.
That'd be crazy. Let me get Jonathan B. I'm convinced Mario put the hat on King.
Yo, y'all didn't ask where Mario was.
There you go.
Yo, hold on. Where is he?
King talk. There you go, right there.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Savage. Shout out to East Texas Alex too. Also chat. Rand Al Insider. Look, man. Lot of stuff.
Not true.
Look, I'll make this quick because we went over this one a little long. Look, it looked like a boombox, but I thought it was phenomenal. I thought the announcement was great. Tremendous value. And then the size of it, Colt, right? Like so small, sleek, you know what I'm saying? Now I would have liked, the color scheme of the speaker to be a little different, you know what I'm saying? But look, at the end of the day, I think it's going to fly off the shelf. I think it represents that consumer that, like I said, is either curious about the Xbox ecosystem and like King said, I mean, they're going to be, it's a combination. It's going to be from the economical standpoint of the cheapest being there, and then being able to get into the ecosystem with a person who may just only do the Maddens, the 2Ks, you know what I'm saying, the call. We're going to get into EA in a minute. But at the end of the day, I think what's super underrated is the All Access program. Like, they are going all the way in as far as helping you leave with this machine at all costs. Like, they are making the ease of entry just ridiculous. So I think that's cool. I think I do agree with Rand. I just don't think Sony's going to match the $300 price point of the Series S. I think that is just so low, tremendous value. And I think, to be honest, I think that's the de facto console that Microsoft's going to push. You know what I'm saying? I think the X is more of the enthusiast, you know what I'm saying? More of the hardcore, right? And, for guys like us and stuff like that, shout out to us with the OLEDs and all that good stuff. And I'm part of the club. I got to be bougie. I think at the end of the day, that you couple all this with Game Pass, and I predicted this on Unlocked Rand. I got my Nostradamus on for 1 week. I said, look, when the Halo announcement happened, I said at the end of the day, they've got to push that they are the utmost value. That value, you come in there, you trade down $300, you get this Game Pass, you get all these games, you know what I'm saying? And it's really, I think this is really the play. I think this is what they're trying to do. I'm super excited, you know what I'm saying, that the S is able to hit those targets. And like we said, I mean, is it going to hit 1440p all the time? Is it going to hit 120 hertz all the time? No. But the fact that you're getting that type of package and value, that tech, and then remember, the CPUs are the same. Right? Mm-hmm. The NVMe, they got the SSD, that's the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know there's, conjecture about the memory and all that other stuff, but at the end of the day, to jump into an ecosystem at $300 with that level of power and functionality is tremendous. So I think it was a great move. I can't wait to see, what else, how else they market it and if they continue being aggressive with it. But I want to just transition this into the leaks. And we're going to jump in, unless we got somebody else. So we caught up.
No.
All right, cool. So look, let's transition right into it. Look, man, this was Addict's topic, and me and Addict were going on the phone about this back and forth. And the discussion is, did this help or hurt Xbox, right? So I just want to bring something to your attention. I want to shout out, she's from the Microsoft team, Cindy Walker. She had like this great string. I don't know if you guys see it. So pretty much what she said is, when we refer to leaks, she said this week what we are referring to is theft. She said a leak indicates someone on the insider gave an outsider information. She said that sucks, but this is not what happened here. And she said dozens of people poured hundreds of hours into the messages, the assets, the storytelling, and it was very exhausting. And then she continues on to say that her work, her time, and all that was stolen. Imagine working on an intricate painting with a team of people only to have it taken, chopped into pieces, and presented for someone else's gain. It's simply not cool. Now she goes on to say, I appreciate that everyone loves an inside scoop, and I don't begrudge our press or fans engaging here. She just said, I only ask that next time you see leak, you spend a moment to appreciate that the work, news, and product, of someone art and time, and it to be treated fairly. So look, this was a big thing. Obviously, it came out early. Obviously we know Brad had put some stuff out as well, and then from there it started to snowball, and then the information came out. Shout out to Microsoft for being agile, in the fly, being able to control this and then still get the message out. But I want to get this to Rand first. With this leak being out, do you think ultimately this helped Xbox or it hurt Xbox with their plans?
I mean, I guess that really depends. I don't really think it hurt. I think it helped in the way they react so quickly. They kind of leaned into the meme. Was that like little puppet that looking sideways? Yes. And they just gave everybody all the information in the videos, and there was a nice like swell of positivity surrounding Xbox for a couple days until everybody's like, oh, Series S is gonna hold back the gen, and oh my god, it can't run the 1X backpack games.
To the memory lords came
out. Until oh no, people are gonna be so confused when they until that stuff happened. But the leak, I mean, she is right. It was stolen. I mean, it was stolen literally off their server, like the marketing materials and the videos, and then some of it was given to Brad, and Brad decided to essentially show the stuff, and at that point Microsoft was like, they got everything, because there was supposed to be a behind closed doors event this week for press and influencers. And next week, on the 17th, Microsoft was supposed to announce everything.
Yes, that's what.
So it's like next week we would have gotten the PlayStation 5 stuff. And when you say could it have hurt or help, there's the possibility that the price, like if this was kept secret, and Sony didn't know the final price points, although they probably could guess that if Sony went on Wednesday, if they still like stuck to their schedule and announced what their price points were, then the next day Microsoft revealed everything. Maybe the PlayStation would be at a different price point, maybe a higher price point, maybe not. I guess that's one of the things we'll never know. But I don't think that really necessarily matters in the long run. These were going to be the prices Xbox was going to launch at, regardless. It was going to be $499 and $299. And I don't really think that changes PlayStation's plans too much. Maybe they shift it $50 either way. Maybe it was going to be $499 and $550, and maybe now it's $450 and $499. I mean, who really knows? But I mean, kudos to the Xbox marketing team for taking that, like, for having your work essentially taken, and they really like quickly. They must have had a brainstorming session. Like, what do we do? I would imagine there's people like stick to the plan. Imagine there are people like, no, we need to get ahead of this, and we need to like regain the story. And then I wonder whose final call was it to essentially announce it? Did someone have to call up Phil and be like, do we go? And Phil's like, launch it. Hit the launch code and deploy everything. I would really love to hear the behind the scenes of those decisions that were being made.
Credit to Phil.
I really do would love to know who was the final say on all that. Was it the head of marketing or whatever? But I mean, we know all the information now. I mean, that's all that really matters to us. Part of me does feel pretty sad for the people at the Xbox marketing that they didn't get to reveal it in the way that they wanted to, even though we all knew Lockhart was real, even though there were some people that were sure Lockhart didn't exist and that Fable didn't exist, and now you're going to be able to play Fable on your Lockhart. Imagine that. Like there was a group of people out there that were so sure that these things weren't real, and that we were drawing lines in the sand, like you're either with Colt Rand or dealer or you're against them.
You guys got a lot of smoke, man. I give you credit. You guys put yourself out there. You got a lot of smoke. Let me get Colt in, man. Like now that we've got the news, it's out there. You see the marketing team's comment, and then obviously to Rand's point, you've seen also positive reception, right? For the most part for the week. What's your feeling on this after reading stuff like that? Like, do you think ultimately this still helped Xbox, or it could end up hurting Xbox?
I mean, it hurts them. I don't think that they were as agile to change the price based on what PlayStation was going to do. But I did hear for a long time that they were going to hold out until Sony announced the PS5 price. And that doesn't mean that they were going to move $50. I think if anybody was going to move $50, maybe it was PlayStation sitting and waiting to see what they can do, if they're going to take a big loss or try and break even, depending on where Xbox sits. But it is really bad when, as someone who creates things, like my whole life, I've created graphics, illustrations, and videos, and music, and to spend hours and hours to have somebody just take it and just kind of treat it as their own. And people like Rand and I and other content creators, we got to jump on this news before the media got it. I mean, they kind of got it at the same time as us, which doesn't happen often. And it's really tough. I've worked in marketing, totally outside of gaming, and I understand how horrible that is. And it happens, and leaks are becoming more normal than ever before. And it's just going to make it really difficult. That means next year, or the next big event for Xbox, Rand and I may not hear whispers and ideas and rumors before things, and that's okay, because these things are important for them to be able to control how they tell the story.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just want to double back before I pass it to Solve. This for both of you guys. Like, when she uses the terminology theft, do you think legal action may be taken if they're able to determine said thievery. Like, what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's a strong connotation, y'all.
I mean, someone stole it from their server. That is theft. Whether or not they're ever gonna find the person, I mean, I'm pretty sure they know who did it. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know who stole it, but whether or not they sue that person is another story. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just what. I wonder if Microsoft made a mistake and uploaded it to an unsecure server, and that's how that person got it. We'll probably never find out. But yeah, I mean, this was a serious thing. It is. I mean, it is kind of like everybody knew the console was real. Like, I mean, they had like the inserts on the controllers with the Game Pass Ultimate cards that literally said it was there. It was like, clearly this was supposed to be announced months ago. And I don't know. At least, I guess to say like me and Colt and Dealer, we've never. How do I say?
Rand Al Insider. Rand Al Insider talk. Let's go.
No, I mean,
let's get it.
There's this
behind the scenes.
There's people that came out after it was announced and said they knew it was real forever, but like for the months leading up to it, they were sure that it didn't exist and it was a fairy tale.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, but
fair enough, right?
Some people know more than other people. Some people just play pretend that they know stuff. Whatever.
No. Shout out to Slow right quick. Let me just get it right quick. Oh, we got somebody enjoying the realm too. Slow Mo $5 super chat. High Sense would like the ILP to know that the new Vizio now trade them into TCLs would go with the brand that no longer on clearance for Black Friday. Damn, Slow Mo. Messy. And then we gotta welcome Domino D. Put the horns in the chat. Domino D, welcome to the realm, brother. Salute. Put the horns up.
It's a great time for you guys to join the realm. There's some really good stuff happening.
See, Emery says they were dropping small leaks for months. I do not believe someone sold a damn thing for Microsoft. That was a controlled leak. I 100% guarantee you it was not a controlled leak. I talked to quite a many people at Xbox about it, and trust me, I know a lot of people when the stuff like this happens that I was like, Microsoft did this on purpose. It was a controlled leak. 100%. Was not a controlled leak. Trust me on this one.
Yes, that's the language I'm hearing. Solve, you said something? What's up, Solve?
No. Before I go, let's get these two other super chats. Perfect Show with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Lords Colt and Rand. Xbox cornered the market. PS will not dominate next gen. Everybody, be nice to that. Be nice to that like button.
Salute, man. Hit that like, y'all. 430.
Then we have Clutch Man with the $3 super chat. Watching late and just because time.
I like that. We ain't even done it in a minute. Yeah, salute. We caught?
Yeah, we're caught up.
All right, man. So what's up? Let's get to it, man. Good or bad? This information coming out the way it came out.
The information generally coming out, I guess it's good. But again, it sucks for that team. It really sucks for that team. Like yesterday, I sat down and I watched the actual presentation that also leaked.
That sucks.
And to see the amount of work and effort they put into this, to actually be in a studio and record this, knowing the challenges that we have with the pandemic and everything, to get all these people in a studio. And I imagined, for weeks before that, they had to sort of isolate themselves to make sure they weren't coming into an environment where they could make each other sick, things like that. The logistics behind getting people in a studio to record something like this has to be crazy. And to see it leak out there before they're ready to do it just sucks, man. Just absolutely sucks. In terms of how that relates to what PlayStation is going to do, I kind of agree with Colt. I think if there's anybody who was going to pivot to Microsoft by having the two consoles at different price points, it allowed them to stand there on their square. And once they decided something, stay there. Whereas PlayStation, I think their willingness to pivot just to sort of pettiness, sort of outshine Microsoft in the moment, even though they can't ever hit that $300 price point. But like I said, there's probably a section of gamer that $100, if they're able to get that digital down to $400, I don't know that matters. That $100 difference between that and the Series S means that much to that particular gamer. So we'll see what happens Wednesday, but I think it sucks that they weren't able to do it the way they wanted to do it. And it would have been interesting to see the dynamic of that being a reaction to the PlayStation.
To the PlayStation, yeah, I was curious.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
we'll never ever get to see that. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens because, like somebody said in the super chat, I don't think Sony dominates the way that they have, as particularly this generation, specifically because in the last gen, the S series came out as a budget option to try to bring in the casuals and to people who may have kind of not been happy with Xbox at the start of the generation to sort of say, hey, this is the reboot and we have this X coming as well. Right. So it was trying to bring people in after an initial bad narrative, right? We don't have that going into this generation. This generation, they're going in with a positive narrative. Obviously, they don't have the amount of games that they really want there from their first party. But beyond that, the narrative is positive. So it's one of those things where the S is going to be very powerful for them at launch, I believe. And again, it's going to come down to what's available. And if rumors about PlayStation are to be believed, there ain't gonna be a lot of PlayStations out there.
We gonna see. We gonna see, man. Let's get it. What's up,
Murray says in the chat, the presentation was boring as hell. I'm glad it leaked. You were never supposed to see that. That wasn't for you guys. That was literally for press and influencers to go along with the information they would get, and that's why it was filmed in the way it was filmed. Like
And the Jason Ronald featurette was what we were supposed to see, and that was really phenomenal. Showed gameplay. Jason broke down the tech and explained where the Series S sits and why. Somebody in the chat said the Series S is just the upgrade to the Xbox One S. That's all there is to it. It's like, we established that like at the beginning of the show. There's an S model, which is the base. There's an X model, which is the high-end model, and they just and someone goes, someone said in the chat, like, you'd be an idiot to buy the Series S after buying the Xbox One X. I'm like, no. If you bought an Xbox One X last year for $300, and you thought, I'm going to buy the new one for $300, the Series S, like, you're going to get a better experience. You're going to get way more games that are not in that 30 FPS mode anymore. Plus, you'll get ray tracing. You'll get faster load times, velocity architecture, quick resume, blah, 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 blah.
Get him go.
The one thing I will say, I know King was talking about an Xbox show after a PlayStation show or whatever. I don't think that's happening, bro.
You think they're gonna stop it?
Say again?
I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's an Xbox event the rest of the year.
Rand Al Thor, Insider, what's up, man? We get no counters.
I mean, Colt, do you?
We talked about that Xbox was going to do something to showcase what Initiative is working on.
I think
we haven't heard of.
I think the Initiative game shows up at the VGAs.
That makes sense.
Because I mean, like,
you don't think that Xbox is going to do an XO20?
Well, I mean, I think King meant like another event before the console.
I meant more information. I meant
more information I might always come out, but I don't think it'll be a showcase, like a 40-minute showcase like PlayStation's doing.
How can I explain it?
King Al Insider.
No. No, I don't pay attention to those dudes in my DMs. Not at all. I already looked foolish one time saying something stupid. Never again. So how can I explain it? Like, this show that's coming up this week, nobody leaked Sony's show, right? So what Sony is doing is they're doing it on their terms, right? They're getting a chance to play ball how they want to play ball. Microsoft was forced to play ball and recover. See, the reason why people think it is a control leak, like myself, was the way they recovered. You know, it gave an air of, oh man, you know, we're known for messing up. Look, we had a leak, look, and then they came out and they definitely recovered.
Well, I mean, they are highly paid professionals. This is their job, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, they have situations that happened before they didn't recover so well.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so this time to see this, it's growing pains in different areas, but they're learning from mistakes, and they seem to correct those mistakes going forward. Now, I think more than anything, being that PlayStation has this is their shot, right? Coming up this week. We know what Phil's made of. We know what Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius is made of.
Yes.
Oh, heaven's sake.
You know, you
say it with your chest, Colt.
You get those names from achievements. We don't know what Jim Dance Move Ryan is made of. and I'm gonna tell you right now, is he gonna be Fred Astaire this week?
Or we gonna learn? So what you saying? We gonna learn? Okay, I see.
We gonna learn.
Okay, I see you go.
What type of captain they have over there on that ship? Because I'm not gonna lie, the past bosses over there was about that life. Is this dude about that life, or he gonna Gregory Hines you all night?
You're not sure.
I don't like his moves. Like I don't like the moves that he do. And what I've been seeing is, I know Phil about that life. I know he's about that life. And
Phil did answer the bell with a lot of things, though.
This is the problem that I have with PlayStation guys not giving it up.
All right, let's go.
Y'all saw that leak. Y'all saw all the stuff. Y'all saw the switch around. And I'm going to give my man the credit for the turnaround. Because anytime there's a failure, you give it to him. So you're going to give him the credit the same way you give him the failures.
I feel that.
My man ain't going to be the quarterback and the team lose and y'all blame him. And when he win, you blame the running back. The running back get that. Now the running back don't get that.
I feel that.
You part of the team. But he the head, though.
I feel that.
All right, so we coming down to the stretch. This is the stretch, guys. This is it. This is what we've been talking about. Yes, all that pandemic stuff and all that other stuff. This is where we finding out what pegs is coming forward. I want to know what this guy's about.
I feel that part.
See, because I look Phil in his eyes. Oh boy, ain't lied to me yet.
I feel that. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we're gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure out. We're at the moment. The chicken games are over. The high stakes poker, all that good stuff. Look, I'll just get into it real quick. I'll make my point quick.
Because Sovereign said one thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Sovereign said they could pivot.
Yes.
This is the same boss that told you back at Pat wasn't a thing. I want you to remember who he is. I want you to remember his DNA. This is the same boss that walked out on that stage and gave you a logo and said, "Thank you, good night."
Yo, you stupid. He that dude.
This is the same dude that thought Mark Cerny talking was a good idea. I want you to know who you are dealing with, because this ain't the same Sony brothers. Y'all been talking about past and all the stuff that y'all have done. Those was other dudes who cannot be found. Where is Sean Layden?
he had the FDA. He can't tell. They got him. They silenced.
So I'm. This is telling. Like Sovereign said, this week, do they pivot?
Right.
Do they come in with the $50 off? Are they about that life, or do they sit there and say, "We the market leader, you gonna follow us regardless"?
Ooh.
Now, if they stand on a square and they don't respect your dollar, and they come into the party with a weaker system that costs more, are you gonna still stand on that square and support them? And don't tell me it's about them games, because those games ain't their day one, bruh. So tell me, is God of War really worth your money?
Damn,
for the hope? Are you there for the hope? While I'm sitting there playing hundreds of games in 4K, 120 frames per second, and I'm laughing at you. Are you really gonna stand on that square? Or are you just gonna come over to this side with an ear smell just a little bit better? Because we under a different type of leadership. Are you gonna stand with a real dude? Or the tap dance dude? We're gonna find out if he got on his dance shoes.
What's the tap dance thing?
The tap dance means that, like, Sony, I mean, Kid created this narrative of Jim Dance Move Ryan. And it started because the pivoting. So basically when all
Okay.
right, remember when like they were like, hey, you know, we're never gonna put our games, you know, on PC. You know, remember things started to change, it started to more align with Microsoft strategies. So according to King, he feels that Jim is compliant. He's compliant with Phil Dominus's moves, and he's complicit, and he's getting the PlayStation Nation on board. And the same thing with the cloud infrastructure. So King's belief is that Sony is not the same Sony, and that he's dance moving because he's not sticking to the things that they used to do under the prior regime, which is exclusives only. You know, we don't believe in that, you know, back pat stuff. And now, so that's where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. So that's where it comes from, Coach. Just to,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But look, let me get it. I know we got to switch it, but I just want to get my balls off real quick. Look, at the end of the day, yes, I am upset. I'm sad for the team that it did get out in that way. Yeah. But I'm going to say something controversial, Rand. I'm going to say it is good for Xbox that it happened. And the reason why is I feel, and let's be honest, when Craig hit them streets, it was a low point.
Yeah, I know.
Xbox brand.
You want to know how low it was?
Bro.
You were in my DMs being like, talk to me, Brand.
Talk to
I
me.
need counseling.
I need counseling.
You even threw some of your podcast mates under the bus. You're like, bro, Sob's is going hard, man. Sob's flipping on me, and I'm like, oh, dude.
Sob had bars, man. It was scathing. It was scathing bars Sob had. And at the end of the day, all I can say is this, like what to King's point. I judge a dude. I don't judge a dude when things are going well. I'm going to look at you when you're at your lowest. And we all know Halo, they had all their eggs in that basket. Whether it was right or wrong, all the eggs was in the basket. And the eggs broke and it came out on screen. It was all over the screen, as King says, right? And no one, you know, don't get me wrong, I did thought the gameplay looked good. I'm a Halo or Combat Evolved dude, so I'm biased. I like that retro look. That's me. So I was happy, but I could understand the masses saying, fam, that don't look next gen. You can't talk about 120 hertz and power and this, and then your game looking like that. So at that point, it was the utmost low. It felt like shades of 2013. You know what I'm saying? Shades. So for me, this leak, I gotta be real, Colt. Like, it was the most positive energy I've seen from the Xbox community for a span of 2 to 3 days. And I'm just going to leave my other point in with the EA because this is a combination thing. We don't have to go deep with the EA thing. But at the end of the day, you had, bam, Series S. Oh my God, they really did hit 300. Okay, it looks like a boombox, but 300. Wow. Like, you getting all that power. You getting all that. Oh, wow, Series X is 500. They're not going 6. Sorry, Forte. Sorry, I know 6 was your thing.
Forte's in the chat now.
Yeah, shout out to Forte.
He said he's on his way to do another podcast.
You know what I'm saying? But look, at the end of the day, you know, you had to, it was like, bam, bam, 500. Okay, cool, right? Then, like Rand says, you get all of third party to now pivot their release dates to November 10th. So I'm like, fire! Assassin's Creed, 60 frames per second, we finally get that out. Boom, Gears Tactics. Okay, boom. Then you get, okay, EA, right? And I remember remember you was talking me off the ledge with certain things, right? And I said, I got to judge him. I said, Phil had to do 2 things for me.
I told you the EA thing was happening.
You did.
Like,
you did.
Weeks ago.
You definitely did. My whole thing was you had to do 2 things to help get the confidence of the base up, which was 1, you got to do a short-term move and you got to do a long-term move. Short-term move being something in Game Pass that's around launch to get people excited. Now, I know people don't go crazy for EA to hardcore, but you got to understand there's a subset of gamers, there's a strong amount that they're going to see these games, whether it's FIFA, Madden, all this stuff, inside that package, right, of Game Pass Ultimate, and that is going to appeal to them. And we have to stop thinking of us just as the hardcore gamer. We represent everybody. We don't. Like King said, there's going to be that mom, there's going to be that parent, there's going to be that person that's like, yo, I only got 300, or hey, you telling me I can pay $25 and I can get in right now and I can play NBA 2 or whatever it is, right? There are more of them than there are us. We influence, but there are more of them. And that's the thing people got to understand. So to me, you know what I'm saying? You know, I hope they forgive Brad. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I have never seen that amount of positive Xbox news back to back to back. Even critically acclaimed. I'm seeing PlayStation influencers, big media guys say, yo, for that $299, I'm 1440p 120, I'm in, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people who don't even care about the Xbox. Shout out to Jess. Shout out to Wiz Central. He had a good tweet. He was like, yo, I'm seeing a lot of my guys all of a sudden care about the Xbox. King is right. Price made a huge difference last gen. We could sit there and say messaging. We could sit there and say we trade games. All that did have
it wasn't games. They didn't come for the first year.
You had facts, Colt. You had a powerful system, a more powerful PlayStation 4 for less money than the Xbox One. It was a no-brainer. And now it kind of feel like it's this. So to me, I think it was great. I think Phil did a fantastic job, as far as, the whole messaging, them sticking to that. I'm sad it did leak, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel the EA stuff, all the series of announcements, Rand, I just felt was like a shot. Like, it was like euphoria in the streets. Remember, like, the Zion scene in The Matrix? All the Xbox fans, like, everybody was like, remember the dance scene? Everybody it was, I've never seen that before, bro. Like, it was crazy this week. It was so positive just to see boom, boom, boom. And then, like Colt said, Jason Ronald comes out and was like, just perfectly explaining the message, the goal. Look, you don't care about 4K, because let's be real, King, we joke about TCL. Last point. But there's so many guys that don't care about 4K, that don't got it. We even did a PC survey, right? There was a PC survey. It was like 65%. They not even, you know what I'm saying, using...
They're still on 1080.
So it's like, we got to be real with how much the casual dominates the market and has an influence on things. We got to be real. That's my final point. And I thought it was a fantastic week. And we're gonna see. But that's all I got. So I'll get the super chats with chat, and then we finish with the last topic.
Sure. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, so we start off with Element Appeal with the $5 super chat. Digital Foundry had a pre-taped video about the Series S. They definitely knew. Yeah, they knew about it when they went to see the X. They got showed to them. So they've known for quite some time about it. We have Gaming Forte with the $5 super chat. Sucks for people that poured hours into their message. Glad to see many Xbox fans happy about the news. Everyone else's opinions can kick rocks. Then we have Neo Mental with the $20 super chat. Sony 100% has to match the Series S, the Series S's price point. Look at everything Microsoft has done with the payment plan and getting users into their ecosystem. Install base is more important than losing money on a console. Sony can't lose the way Microsoft can. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But I don't
know about that matching that $300 price point.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. So we good?
We have an appeal again with the $5 super chat. King calling out Sony's Dancing White Knights. Then we have Iron Mike with the $5 super chat. We're going to talk about this Brad Sam's tweet. PlayStation, you going to announce availability now?
Yo, Brad. Look, I'm trying to defend you, bro, but you out here thugging like you about to release something. Brad. Wow.
So then we have a Stitch with the $5 super chat. Question: how likely is Sony to charge for the new version of The Last of Us 2 and Ghost for the PS5?
Of course. Yeah. Okay, so if y'all thought Nintendo got you, check it out. I say in January, you're going to get The Last of Us Hardcore HD Edition. 60 frames per second with Ghost of Tsushima right around the corner with the same thing. Back to back. Oh man, you're gonna have games in January, baby.
Savage.
We have wrong. We have E. Murray with the $5 super chat. Look, these fools out here talking about Craig with bug snacks on PS5 as a launch game. Sony need to help tap dance Ryan tie his shoes.
Wow.
And we have Tony Bryant with the $5 super chat. Insider Rand equals playoff LeBron.
Facts. Yo. Insider Rand come through, I'll slide in the DM.
Then we have Drunken Ninja with the $5 super chat. So when are we adding the Series S to that giveaway? Win one, get one free.
Nah, fam. Don't be trying to juice the giveaway to get an S. You gotta control it.
Let me see. Hold on a second. So I have to go back. Okay, when we have Eagles fan 76 with a $5 super chat. When do you guys think the national commercials start for Xbox, and what is the message that you sell to the masses?
Rand, you know the answer. Let's go.
When do the commercials start?
Yes, when's the release? When's the rollout, Rand?
I have no clue. No clue when. I mean, we'll find out eventually.
When your video goes up, that's when we'll find out.
Yeah. You know what? The other thing I wanted to mention, I totally forgot.
Let's go.
I know some PlayStation Nation are in the chat, like Jay Barry and Christopher Hart and stuff.
Yes.
Do you guys listen to your PlayStation insiders? Because they always wrong. Like, weren't we supposed to be pre-ordering wasn't I supposed to be able to pre-order the PS5 on the 9th?
Yeah. Rand, wasn't the PS5 supposed to be 13.3?
Yeah, it was like 13.3 teraflops.
And wasn't it supposed to be back and pat with PS1, PS4,
PS3
the whole thing?
PS1,
that was a big
PS2,
one, Colt.
PS3.
Yeah, they did. Don't they have some
dual
new
GPU?
engine? Yeah, they got some new engine.
Yeah. Holy smokes, those insiders.
Oh
my gosh.
But they did. Remember when they signed that Fight Club waiver on the PlayStation so they can get the chance to get the PlayStation 5? That Fight Club waiver.
You talking about the pre-order, Jay?
Yeah, so y'all know that's a Kumite, right? Y'all know they're gonna be flying y'all out to an island and y'all gotta fight Bloodsport to get a PlayStation 5.
Dude, I was waiting. I was up early on September 9th. I was like, all the insiders were like, 25th anniversary of the PlayStation 1, pre-orders starting today. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. And then at 8 o'clock in the morning, Phil Spencer's like, $400 Series X, EA playing Game Pass, Xbox All Access. And I was like, okay, so Sony's going to announce the price soon. I mean, surely the insiders can't be completely wrong all the time. And they were wrong again. Surprise, surprise.
Look. Colt, Rand, y'all not lying. Just tell you the truth, say the devil. I don't get involved with it, but
I mean, who else to say it but the real insider?
Rand is
insider. Al Thor.
Not true. What? Nope.
Wow.
Not at all.
You know what? I'll tell you guys. I'll be real with you guys.
Let's go, Colt.
Rand called me like 2 years ago, and he's like, "Hey, you know how I'm an insider?" I'm like, "Yeah, Rand. Everybody knows it." He goes, "Xbox has 2 consoles."
I will say though, Sony seems to keep they have a tight ship. They're on a tight ship.
Tight ship.
Things don't leak. That's why I always laugh when certain people tweet certain stupid stuff all the time, and they're consistently proven wrong time after time after time.
Yep.
Yeah, what has leaked on the PlayStation and the PS5? Like they have been really clean.
Nothing.
Like Miles Morales, I was like, whoa, Miles Morales. Like, I mean, I guess you could see it coming the way that the game ended. Phenomenal game, one of my favorites this generation. But like, there it was when it was announced. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. And then Fable, I was like, it took the wind out of myself for 2 years. I was like, oh, they finally show finally show Fable.
You knew damn well Playground Games was working on that, right, Cole?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Facts, man. Let's move on, man. Follow you transition perfectly, Cole. You know, and
let's get the super chats before
we get the super chats first, and then we will transition completely.
We have Bounty Boom with the $10 super chat. I think Xbox is going to have a different perspective when it comes to downloading games, because if you have Game Pass and an XCloud, it might say it's already downloaded, just play.
Let's go.
Then we have the Medic with the $2 super chat. Kumite!
Salute.
What the hell is a Din Mac?
Yep. I don't know. You got the Ravenflow?
Oh, that's from the Kumite.
That's from the Kumite. What the hell is a Din Mac? The Ravenflow with the $5 super chat. Sony and Nintendo's marketing isn't as open as Microsoft ran. They just show you the games. I don't know about insiders.
Yo, let me get a Rodimus. Wow. It's $2 super chat. Sony don't leak except user data. Wow. Wow. Hey, Rodimus.
That was messy.
You
gotta have that.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I guess I haven't been following Colt's advice of being nice this podcast, huh?
Clearly.
Oh my gosh, you got to have that 4-factor authorization on.
4-factor.
You get a letter in the mail, and it's like, guy goes, "Please sign here, sir."
Yeah, that was good. Yo, salute, man. We got to move on. Final topic. Obviously, King, this is you. You have concerns. You know, we have the showcase going on, but you've got some concerns. We're going to talk about reference to PS5. What's going on, man?
Well, initially it was Microsoft came and punched them in the mouth, and I'm like, all right, this is your week, 25th anniversary, come on guys, and like Rand said, a lot of dudes in my DM, yo, this is it, you go catch it this week, the fade is coming.
The fade. You had to run the fade on the anniversary, King. They was looking for you.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm sitting outside on my porch with the baseball bat, and lo and behold, Phil pull up. Who you got beef with? Who? Yeah, let me put this out for you. Thanks, Phil. Okay. So now that happened, now that we understood that they were scared to come outside on their birthday,
why you gotta say it like that?
They don't want to go to the store to get the milk.
They don't want their birthday punches.
Yeah, they don't want them birthday punches. They was like, nah, that's 25 joints. I'm not trying to catch that. But we have this. Is it Wednesday or Thursday that we got to do this live show?
Wednesday, we got to do the live show. Can let me preface it real quick? It says, they finally came out with a tweet. They said the PlayStation launches holiday. It's called the Showcase. Join us September 16th, 1 p.m. Pacific. The next digital showcase will weigh in about 40 minutes and feature updates on the latest titles from Sony's worldwide studios and world-class development partners.
Yeah. So, my thing is, what do we expect to get from this show? On Wednesday, do we get priced? Do we get a release date? Do we get pre-orders? Do we get the whole kit and caboodle, or do they get a launch selection? Right. What are y'all looking forward on Wednesday, coming from Sony camp, since they've been so tight-lipped and they haven't had any leaks?
No doubt. Let's get Colt Eastwood. What you got, man?
I want to see Miles Morales gameplay because we haven't seen a second of that yet.
Thank you.
I can't wait for that one. What else do I need to see from them? I hear there's going to be a jaw-dropping announcement for the PlayStation event, so I don't know what that could be. Maybe they're going to announce PSVR 2.
Interesting.
I don't care about that.
I mean, either. And I'm glad you said it.
I mean, it is weird that they haven't really talked very much about PSVR, but I mean, that does speak to the attachment in the market. Like, VR is not very big.
PSVR, that'll be an announcement for next year.
Okay.
I mean, that's not an announcement for launch.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, Kena Bridge of Spirits got delayed. I was really looking forward to that game. It just looks really satisfying to play. It looks really cool. So I just want to remind people that what's going on in the world is not just happening to Xbox. Yes. It's happening to multi-plat developers. It's happening to first-party developers, and it sucks. And I think we're going to see it pour into next year as well. Like some of the TV shows, like those of you waiting for the next season of The Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things and all these big shows. Facts. Like if we're expecting those to jump in June or July, stuff's going to get moved.
Facts.
Because these people can't get together with their people and their teams and their equipment and studios. And it's really going to be rough. And there's going to be a good flow of games from some of these studios around the launch area of the consoles. And then I think in the spring and summer, we might see a lull, and maybe next holiday. I hope everything goes well.
Yeah. No, you made a good point, Colt, because people don't realize, like you said, mocap, think about how that's affected, even games as far as orchestras, music coming, anything that involves coming together, physically being in a studio,
which is most everything.
Everything. So this is really going to affect, like you said, perfect analogy with the movie industry, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all their stuff is affected. So much is affected right now. So again, like you said, great point. It's not just Xbox, Sony as well. And I think you're nailing it with, as far as, obviously you said with the Kena delay and stuff like that, I think a lot of it, I think Rand said it too, which is, they've got to wait to see what's actually available, right? What, and I think maybe that could be a lot of the holdout process. But yeah, fantastic point, Scott. I do agree. Lord Rand, what are you looking forward to? What you think's going down with the PlayStation 5 showcase?
I'll probably have a video out about this maybe tomorrow. My predictions with a fire thumbnail from Colt Eastwood.
Colt with the fire. Graphic launch. Yeah.
So,
in a world where Colt makes all the fire thumbnails,
and a couple guys steal them on
and
Twitter.
everybody's stealing his
I
swag
mean, did you
and
see?
style.
Do you see the one he made the other day with like this with the Assassin's Creed character up
Fire.
top? Like, oh my lord!
Fire.
So, okay, I think we get a tour of the user interface. Because they teased it in the last one, and I do think they'll kind of go a little bit into it more in this one. And I think it would be really cool if, like, maybe the show started up in the user interface, and then like you just kind of clicked on like a game, and it just kind of showed you how fast it could get into the game. Like Spider-Man Miles Morales, you see it in the UI. And you click on it, and boom, the gameplay demo or whatever is run. And I would imagine we would get a lot of gameplay for stuff.
Yes. King needs that.
Most people are expecting release date, which I think will be November 17th. I think it'll be the week after Xbox. Like either the 17th or the 20th. I don't expect it to be after. I don't expect it to be after the Thanksgiving holiday.
Right.
If they somehow were, I would look at that a little bit weird. Like maybe they were having production issues, because why is it after that? So I'm looking at the 17th. Price points, like
Let's go.
you can make a case for any of them: $399 and $449, or $399 and $499, or $449 and $499. And hell, I think there's even a possibility it could be $499 and $549. Like you can make a case for any one of those price points of the two. Personally, I think it's probably going to be $449 and $499. But if Sony really wants to go in, they'll price it at $399 and $499. Now, if Sony does show like a brand new game from first party, I think they'll tease God of War 2.
Oh.
I think there's a good chance. See, I'm not going to say it's a good chance, because I think they could essentially end on God of War 2 to get people really excited, even though that game's probably not coming until 2023.
But that'll whet the palate, though, boy.
I do think launch day is going to be a little bit weaker than Sony wants. Like I think Demon's Souls and Destruction All Stars will be there. I know Playroom is like in with every system, but I have a feeling Spider-Man is not going to launch with the system.
Oh,
I have a feeling Spider-Man's going to catch maybe a 2-week delay. Maybe comes out in December.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be delayed to 2021, but I wouldn't be surprised if it.
Why would they only need a couple weeks? Like it's so important to. If it's so important to have first-party exclusive on the console for launch, like. Why can't they push?
I mean, hey, if Xbox can launch a system without an exclusive, then PlayStation can.
They don't got Game Pass.
I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of the I think the reason why Sony was announcing this stuff so late is because with the way the world is, which Cole just mentioned, a lot of studios are scrambling to hit milestones and deadlines. Yeah. And I think it's a possibility that,
Jay Parry said, please throw Rand in the bushes. He's not feeling you with this Spider-Man thing, bro. He's not feeling you.
Look, I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. Okay. But then if it does happen, just remember where you heard it.
Yo, he's been known. Rand has been known to break these kind of things on IOP. I'm just saying.
No, I don't know. I ain't gonna put that on. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if games shift around. I do expect Demon's Souls to be there at launch and a couple others, but I mean, all they really said about Miles Morales was that it was holiday 2020. That game can still come out in December and like still be. They wouldn't have lied, and they wouldn't have been delayed because they never gave it. They never gave it a release date.
They don't. Do they have any games with a release date?
Nope.
It was just like Godfall was holiday 2020. Miles was holiday 2020.
I just don't remember seeing a single PlayStation 5 next generation game with an actual day and date pinned on it. No. Xbox doesn't. Xbox didn't. I mean, did Xbox have Xbox didn't have a date for Halo Infinite before it delayed.
True. The only thing.
So Rand's right. Like they have been ambiguous for reasons so that they can be fluid, because things are really difficult now.
That's the problem. Like COVID is affecting development of games so much,
right?
And if Sony needs the console out before Thanksgiving, right? That you need that console out.
It's not coming.
And if Insomniac was like, we're trying our hardest, but we won't be done until 2 weeks after, Sony's not going to hold up the launch for that game. They'll just say, release it in December. I mean, I could be wrong, and maybe Spider-Man and Spider-Man's launch title, and then I'm sure Jay Barry will call me on Twitter, which is perfectly fine. I mean, because I want it to be a launch game, because I'm getting the PS5 day one like Colt.
Factual.
And I'm not really interested in Godfall, and like Demon Souls really isn't my thing.
Me neither.
But Spider-Man is,
no doubt.
Like I love the last Spider-Man game, and I really want to play this one, so I hope it's there. I'm just it's just some things. It's like, okay, you know what, and don't be surprised if there's also maybe some third-party timed exclusive stuff. Final Fantasy 16. Look, Final Fantasy 16 is a time exclusive for PlayStation.
Hang on 1 second. Hey, Chris Hart, buddy, let me tell you something. You tell me that you're going to call me out like you always do. You call me king. Yes, I am your king, buddy. Hey, let me tell you something. I just finished saying that both Xbox and PlayStation have the same problem they have to deal with.
Yes.
Both of them have to worry about when they can delay games or if they're going to have first-party content. I believe that Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming out right at the launch window of the PS5 that I'm getting, and I love that Spider-Man game. So I'm looking forward to it. So there's just this air of where people just think somebody's always on one side or the other.
Right.
I am fully acknowledging that Xbox is not launching with Halo Infinite, and that's their problem they have to deal with. But both consoles have not given any strong dates for their first-party games.
Yeah, Chris.
Why you gotta be the logical one, Colt?
Yeah.
What's that?
Why you gotta be the logical one? Why you gotta be the logical?
I think some people are more interested in dramatization and calling people out and going to console war court and banging the gavel. It's like it's ridiculous that you have to understand, like, this is gaming, and everything has its own side.
Facts.
And the Ravenflow says Xbox won't have a Halo Infinite until next year. Wow, thanks for the news upgrade, Ravenflow. They said themselves 2021, and Ravenflow said that Kena Bridge of Spirits was only moved to the next quarter. Like, yeah, I mean, for all we know, Halo Infinite could come out in spring 2021, or they do what I think they should do is wait until next holiday and improve the heck out of that game, because Halo 4 on Master Chief Collection looks 2 or 3 times better than Halo Infinite. So I hope 343 is continuing to do what they can do and make a great looking Halo game, and that it is better than 5 was.
Agreed. And look,
and I'm done talking.
No, cool. I see what you're saying, and I'll give it back to you, Rand. I just wanted to say that look, at the end of the day, whether we want to credit Sony's marketing, there is a little bit of ambiguousness as far as dates and stuff like that, and it could very well be that they want to use it in conjunction when they actually say the launch date of the PlayStation 5. But we also, in Colt's defense and Rand's defense, we also got to say they have not given hard and fast dates to say, it's definitely at launch. It's just say holiday. Right? Or that could mean anything. So we got to play fair here, y'all. I see y'all PlayStation Nation acting like it's definitely coming. There's a chance. That's all we're saying. There is a chance. When you say holiday, you leave the doors wide open so that if it don't happen on launch, you be like, I said holiday. You know what I'm saying? If it do, but when you say launch, like the only game I remember specifically, Rand, is Yakuza. Remember when Yakuza for the Xbox Series X?
They said launch.
They said launch.
And then it was the 13th, which is why I thought this console was going to launch the 13th.
Right.
And then they announced that the system was the 10th. And then Yakuza moved its release date from the 13th to the 10th.
Exactly.
Sony secured a lot of timed exclusivity for a lot of third-party games and a lot of content like Spider-Man for Avengers. And they'll probably, like I said, Final Fantasy 16 is I'm pretty sure is a timed exclusive for the PlayStation 5, and it might be revealed there. The Silent Hill game, I'm pretty sure exists, although who knows if it's actually going to be at the show. Bethesda and Sony are pretty chummy. I wouldn't be surprised if Starfield's an exclusive for PlayStation.
Whoa. The whole joint, not time.
What?
Come on, Rand. Whoa.
Timed exclusive.
Starfield, the whole joint?
I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. That's all.
Wow.
Wait, I thought they were chummy with Xbox.
Nah, no
What
more.
I mean,
you see Deathloop and running loose out there.
Yeah, Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo are PlayStation 5 exclusives.
Yeah, but those are games that needed funding, and Sony reached down and gave them funding.
Yeah, well,
listen, if you're not gonna put your passion project,
the rumors were Sony. The rumor was Sony went shopping.
Yeah,
and they went.
Rand might be on something.
They went to every publisher to see what they could get: exclusive games or exclusive characters.
Yep, I did hear this.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not. My point is, if Sony has big exclusive games, I'm not going to be surprised because I'm expecting a lot. I'm expecting that they spent a lot of money getting timed exclusives because one of their goals is to prevent Microsoft. Yep. Microsoft's whole thing is Game Pass. We've talked about it consistently, right?
Yep.
It's their platform. It's what they want you. It's why, like, you can get the Xbox One S for $25 a month and save $60. Because they want you in Game Pass. They're like, give me the 2 years of Game Pass, and they'll lose money on it. But that's fine because you're going to be in Game Pass for years to come.
Exactly.
So part of Sony's strategy is we need to convince people to get PlayStation 5 right away, to upgrade from the PlayStation 4, and you do that with your own first-party exclusives as well as third-party ones. But then also their strategy is to essentially stifle Microsoft's access to third-party games to put into Game Pass.
Yes.
So you basically go around and you either take things from the game, like Spider-Man from Avengers, which makes people want to purchase the game on PlayStation, or you just outright completely make it timed exclusive, whether it's like the indie titles like Kenya or our favorite Bug Snacks. So those games are going to be on PlayStation for a bit. And then the bigger ones, like nobody thought Deathloop would be an exclusive. I mean, Final Fantasy VI, I get why Square Enix would do it, but I'm just saying, like, I think Sony's going to have a lot of games that they're going to have exclusive because they paid for it.
Yeah, and, I heard that back of the truck up. And just to jump in,
I also need to add, I said this right before we started the show. King didn't like it, but PlayStation has like 5 or 6 pretty dang good games that are not going to be on Xbox in 2021. I think Rand and I have kind of counted them out, but I mean, that's a pretty amazing. I'm just adding to what Rand said, that PlayStation has their third-party and first-party games coming next year. And then they went shopping to see if they can grab some timed exclusive stuff to add to that. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy, the difference of what PlayStation has for the first year alone.
No, I mean, these are fantastic points. Before I give it to you, Saul, I know we got to catch up. Rand's making a good point because I've been telling people this, that I think they recognize as far as from the power differential, right? So one thing that I think the Xbox One X did fantastic was they said, here, Digital Foundry, go ahead, right? And Digital Foundry got a hold of stuff. And then when those comparison videos started coming out and we started seeing native 4K stuff and, the comparisons with their version being the superior version, I think a good counter, and Rand's making a great point, that Sony could do is say, look, we will buy either the game exclusive or content like Avengers exclusive, so this can counteract it. Even if your game looks better, we've got this coveted content that you might not be able to resist and have to get it over here. In the case of, like I said, Spider-Man with Avengers and stuff like that. And to me, it's smart strategy. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't like it, but at the end of the day, I think that's things that they're going to have to do, because at the end of the day, if it pans out how it was with the Xbox One X and the Series X versions either start showing superior frame rates, better resolution, better performance, and you know what I can't wait for, Colt? I gotta be messy for a second, technically messy.
Oh yeah, please do.
I can't wait for the loading time comparison. like I don't know why I'm being messy with that, but I really want to see like the SSD of the PlayStation 5 and see what these differences are, right? So God forbid if there's anything disparity there, you know how Twitter's going to be, right? It's going to be nuts if one ain't outperforming and loading faster than the other, and everybody's going to say, see, that's the power of the SSD or velocity architecture.
I actually don't know for sure from all of the digging I've done into VC Pack and and the velocity architecture, the advantage that the Xbox has on their own. I don't know how developers will be able to utilize that for the Xbox to their advantage, or I don't know how developers will be able to take the advantage of the PS5. What if, let's say, the next Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out? What if it loads up faster on the Xbox because BC Pack and some other things just happen to work better, or developers were saying, "Hey, this was a lot easier and it's faster and it loads up in 6 seconds." And on the PS5, it loads up in 9 or 10. You never know, but
bro,
the raw numbers say that a PS5 game should load load up 2 times faster than the Xbox.
Cool.
Keep in mind, we saw Outer Worlds loading in 12 seconds with absolutely no velocity architecture or any of that. So, I mean, and Jason Ronald also said that they're able to get 2.5 times faster with velocity architecture than the raw compute numbers say they'll do. And those raw compute numbers say that it's half of the, I did that video like 3 or 4 months ago. I said, if you look at what's going on and the additional stuff that Xbox is doing beyond the raw numbers, PlayStation 5 may not be the fastest loading console in most every game, and I'm talking about multiplats. So it will be interesting. Will it matter? Absolutely not. But people will like champion anything.
Listen, as tech enthusiasts, there's some fun to it, and I would call it load gate. Load gate is going to be lit when these things start coming out. When we get benchmarks and games in hands, and that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward for that because I just
it'll be nice when these guys don't have 38 seconds to pick up their phone on Twitter and clown other people while they're waiting for a game to load. That'll be nice.
It sucks. Go ahead. It sucks from this point that because we can't talk about resolution, right? Right? We can't talk about frame rate, right? So we got to go at something that we think that they're able to compete in, right?
Oh my God.
So we're going to go at this SSD, right?
Oh, Lord.
Because they can't compete in price. Now, the first time, Xbox had the games in the beginning. They didn't have the power or the resolution, and they didn't have the price. That's where they lost. So all these people talking about, oh, they're going to have these games, and all these games going to be there, and all these games didn't dictate the winner. It didn't dictate it at all. So I don't care how much they went shopping. I don't care what the hell's in their shopping cart. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's the guys that's going to purchase the cheapest console. The consumer is a cheap consumer. He walks into the store and he figures what's the most he can get for his buck. Now, it's a 1% that goes in there and they don't care. Give me that. Give me the best. And don't look at the price tag. But then there's a consumer that will read everything down to the bottom line. And you, like Colt said, there's a checklist right next to the joint. And you say, okay, this one don't got 4K. And this one don't got 1 terabit. But that's it? Yeah. This one's $200 cheaper? Give me that. That's it. So I really don't care. This week coming up.
Yo, shout out to Darren J. He did your old joint. Can I get a Lockhart, please? He did your old joint.
I need Rand to say something on this.
It's just a fact. Now, they're going to have these little exclusive time stuff that they went nitpicking and trying to put little ornaments on their Christmas tree.
Oh my God.
You know how when you went and go get cheap ornaments for your Christmas tree, you know that, and you look at the dude tree, you like,
come on.
He went to the dollar store.
In fairness, come on.
That's when you throw away the whole tree with like ornaments on and everything.
Exactly. That's the tree that go to the bushes and you see everything on it. You just threw it outside in the lawn.
Kid, come on.
Listen, okay, y'all went and got Spider-Man. Okay. Resolution though. I mean, let's. I'm gonna keep it funky. Y'all dudes is talking a lot of hot trash. It's time now. It's fight time. All right, so it's fight time. Y'all was talking price before. That's done. You can't talk that, right? And y'all was talking resolution. We already know it's done. The fight is over there. So, okay. So now I hear y'all talking about something they can compete and they can run around faster. I don't care. I'm buying it. I'm purchasing it. And I told y'all before, Spider-Man is not day one.
Oh, you standing on that square?
I'm standing on it. Listen, you know why? Because I got a picture of his leg. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Y'all, and I predict this week we're gonna see another Ratchet and Clank trailer.
Oh my god! They're gonna show the third one.
They're gonna show you the extended clip of the clip that you saw already. The double raw footage clip.
The double raw, that dude.
Y'all dudes keep falling for this banana in the tailpipe, and I'm so sick and tired of hearing everybody making the narrative for this dude. But when it comes to Xbox, well, you know, the Series X might hold them back. All right, I'll feel you on that point. The way the scaling goes, and I really feel that, you know, price wise, it's not a good comparison. No, fuck.
Oh, language.
Yeah, I'm so sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of there's always an excuse for these dudes. But when Microsoft does it right, they got you boxed in, they got you squeezed tight. They come out with some SSD talk. And I'm like, you serious? They're gonna do that?
All right,
I hope
you can't even buy a GPU for $300 that has ray tracing that'll do this 1080p 60 and 120s. Like, it's nuts.
I hope that Velocity architecture. I hope.
Oh, that is smacking it. Oh my god, you being messy.
If I get that one video, I don't care what game it is.
If you get that Velocity architecture loaded faster than the PS5 SSD, you going in.
One game.
We ain't gonna hear the end of it.
One game. You better load faster on everything. One game, I'm gonna slay you.
Oh my god!
They can't have one game load slow.
No, one game
for that PS5 mouth.
SSD. I swear, it better boot up so fast. It better boot up. My head better spin how fast it boot up, because I'm telling you right now, one game is slower in. You gonna see a video.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna do a video.
Yo, Attic in the building. What's up, Attic? You said, what I miss, King? You missed rare form, King. Salute. Oh my god, yo, King is in his bag. All I will say to King before I give it this song, this is what we catch up when we get out, is that, King, we do gotta say that brand recognition, right? They've built such a cachet with quality games. You know what I'm saying? And they dominated the last gen. We gotta admit that there's going to be people that still don't jump ship, that there's going to be people who stay synonymous with the brand and want to see what they do. Now, to your point, yeah, price is going to be key. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see how they come there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, legit. It's going to be too overpriced. And we got to see, I also feel like what is actually available. What Colt is saying as well, is a big thing, because when you go into the store, right? What it is Spider-Man there? Is Ratchet & Clank there? We're hearing Ratchet & Clank's launch window, right? So I'm assuming that's not there on day one, right? But what else is there? To Rand's point, is it a Demon Soul? Do they have, that's going to be key. And to your point, King, I do understand your frustration in the sense of, they've built up such a cachet that it's almost to the point where people can buy it on hope of the promise that they know these God of War 2, these Horizon Zero Dawn, 2 is coming. So it's just going to be interesting. I do understand, you're going in extra, but I do understand your frustration and stuff.
It's just a fact.
Yeah. We're going to see about the SSD. We're going to see. Because Solve get the joint, and then, we got to get Red's counterpoint. I know you got to get some stuff, and then I'll get off.
Hold on a second. Let me do this.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Top paste. Give me a moment.
Sure, no problem, man. No problem. We got a lot. Shout out to Attic pulling up last minute. 463 in the chat. Hit that like, y'all, for real.
I am really excited to see what Sony's show is.
Yeah.
I like. Maybe they keep it more low key and keep it just extended looks at the games that are coming, launch dates and stuff. But I don't know. I think they do want to leave people with a huge announcement, which is why even though God of War 2 is far away, I think there's maybe a chance you get maybe a 30-second teaser, just like Thor or something, and Kratos, and boom, God of War 2, and that would
they're trolling. So
get them out of there, y'all. Y'all know what to do, mods.
That would go a long way, and maybe Final Fantasy 16 would be a big thing too. But or maybe King's right. Maybe it's more lower key, and maybe Sony's well, do we have to? Because we're gonna sell out everything this holiday. What's the point in using the God of War bullet so soon when everybody's going to buy the console, at launch anyways. We'll just wait till next year. So it's going to be interesting to see like what they decided to do for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So are we ready for the chat, sir?
Yeah, we're ready. Okay, so we have Cedric H with the $5 super chat. I told you guys, PS got that OnlyFans. Gotta pay for the premium.
Yeah, messy. Good dude.
Then we got Bounty Boom with the $5 super chat. I thought I read somewhere where they said it's all about the games, nothing about the console. If that's true, oh my God, people are going to be flipping. Yeah, they kind of did not indicate they were going to give prices, which is crazy if that is the case. Gamer by Choice, $20 super chat. Salute to the realm for the great show and awesome guests and wonder topics. I hope I can pre-order a PS5 on Wednesday and Xbox on the 22nd. Great show.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then we have the Ravenflow with the $2 super chat. If Spider-Man is delayed, Kid Smooth will celebrate.
Yes, Kid will pop bottles for sure.
Then we have Neo Mental with the $5 super chat. All that money spent on exclusives and time content, and you really think Sony won't spend some money discounting a lower level system?
Not all the way to $299. I won't. Maybe $399. Sure. Not all the way down to $299.
Yeah.
Not for what's in there.
Not for what's in there. And it's basically the same components as the PS. Just put out the. Yeah.
Even if it's true that the PS5 was slated for 2019,
right?
I mean, they still had that price target even for a 2019 release.
Yes.
That they have to hold on to, even if they just spent some time. I mean, really, that supports that they put more time and R&D into getting it up to where it is now. Which costs more time and money, and the silicon in there is still expensive, and it's I don't know. I've been hearing the $399 and $499, but I mean $399 and I hate saying the 99 and $449. 400 and 450. I like to say the even number. It's easier for me to see it, but 400 and 450 makes sense. It's weird to say. You stick a UHD drive, which we know is only a $50 consumer product after the fact, not like cost or at cost. After you get in retail and everything, the difference should be about $50. And so I really think it should be $399 and $449.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Solve caught up.
No, Gamer by Choice with the $10 super chat. We have timed exclusives prevent Digital Foundry doing side-by-sides at the time of launch. This helps move that conversation until it's an advantage for PlayStation on multiplats. Great show.
Cool.
Thank you.
And we have Murray with the $5 super chat. So Sony spent that PS4 profit to buy third-party scraggly content for PS5
Scraggly, wow.
Don't let Microsoft do that. Everybody going to call foul. Shaking my head.
That's true.
Yeah. Then we have Pixelbit G with the $2 super chat. Did no one notice Xbox game swapping in 4 seconds? Yeah,
very impressive. Very impressive.
Then we have Rain G4 with the $2 super chat. You guys have a rent-a-knee program. all access knees. That's what
all access knees? You got it. All right. I see you. Where we at?
We have Victor Alistine with the $2 super chat. What if PlayStation 5 has its own all access with PS Now?
Nope.
Not about that at all.
Maybe a good idea.
They won't.
Yeah, very good idea. Then we have Squirrely Dan with the $5 Canadian super chat. Oh no, they broke King and got him cursing on the Lord's Day.
They got King out of his pocket.
My bad, and I caught it though. You heard what it was gonna be.
Yeah. It's the Lord's Day. He spit fire.
Then we have Mariano Pompa with the $2 super chat. I don't care what the Sony event shows as long as I got my fire extinguisher with my PS5. I'll be happy.
Yo, come on with the variable clock heating stuff. Come on.
Juggle the box.
Then we have John Melich with the $5 super chat. You guys are an entertaining group. Thanks for the show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated.
And in the live chat.
We good?
No.
Cool.
Hold on.
Rand, I'll let you finish off before I get my final point up as far as the last.
Yeah, we got Smitty Smith. One more.
Oh, Smitty? Okay.
Yeah, we got A King. When the game doesn't load faster on the PS5, can you put that SSD on King statues and bring down a bit, turn the speed around?
Savage, man. Red, you got something to say before we? He's muted. I'll give you to go ahead of the dog. Okay. Yeah, he probably went to go ahead of the dog. Look, man.
The only one that didn't go.
Sorry. Continue.
I don't care. Honestly, Rand and said everything. Like, honestly, I'm a little worried about Miles Morales. We've seen now Ratchet and Clank twice, and the game that was slated for holiday has not been shown yet. So I'm a little bit worried about that, because that's really, honestly, if to be honest, that's really what I want the console for at launch. Yeah, I'm into Demon Souls if that's a thing, but Demon Souls is really for the hardcore. You're not getting the casual person buying a kit. You know, the person going on a PS5 at launch has to be a hardcore person for that type of game as well. So you know, if it's launched, great. If it's not, whatever. But honestly, the launch lineup seems it's very not
feeling not enthused. So
on both ends, on both of the spectrum, it's the same thing. So honestly, I really want to make sure that, like, if they don't talk price, right? If they
Lord,
which would be bonkers.
Oh Lord, don't say that. So what? Could you?
That would be absolutely bonkers to me. But then, if they don't talk price, then any rumors that we've heard about it not launching simultaneously worldwide, it feels like it lends more credence to that, and to the even more limited availability of the console at launch. That's it. That's it. I will not be on the live stream, unfortunately, because I'll be working, so I'm gonna miss all that smoke.
It's all good. Look, man. Last point I'll say is, look, at the end of the day, I need a teardown. I need a teardown. I would like to see someone physically with the system. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. No mock-ups, none of that. Yeah, I know, Christopher Hart, you're mad at us in the chat, but people want to see Miles Morales. That's not a cinematic trailer. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we want. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying it.
Well, Insomniac just was boasting about the 4K 30 ray tracing mode. Like, I want to see it.
Right.
I won't play it that way. I'll play it at dynamic.
Absolutely.
4K at 60.
No ray tracing.
I will forego ray tracing on that PS5 that game.
He said it's either or. Why is it either or? Do we get 4K? Do we get ray tracing? Do we get 120 frames? Do we get 30?
You know the way they framed that. They framed that announcement. They
said there was a performance mode, basically. So basically, that's why they were talking about the 4K ray tracing. You're going to get a graphics mode and a performance mode. And I'm pretty sure, I would assume, based on an open world of 60 frames, that they are giving you a performance mode with screen space reflections, with no ray tracing, unless they take the ray tracing and put it down at like quarter. Well, this is kind of techie, but
that's good.
Some of the PlayStation 5 games may use quarter to half resolution on ray trace reflections. They're seeing that with Gran Turismo, which is pushing 120 frames. So and it's still going to look great. Like, it's, when you see screen space reflections, it's faked, but we still enjoy how games look. So people just get so hopped up over stuff. Like, games are great games. As long as they're fun and they always look great.
Colt, I need to slay them, Colt. I need to slay them. So if you got all the information with the fake resolution, you gotta let me know. I need to slay them, Colt.
I mean, I can only take you 80 or 90% of the way there from what I know and how I know how Insomniac does things. Like, there's going to be two modes as far as I can see. One for performance, the other one will be your full, like, ray traced with the full resolution.
That's
and there'll be people who would rather have a screenshot amazing game to play at 30 frames, but hey, keep in mind, when you go into photo mode, it ranks all that stuff up anyway. So play it in performance mode, then take your screenshots so you can say, look how great my game looks on Twitter.
But even that in itself, Colt, I just want to stop you for a second, is a cause of debate based on the vagueness of how things are worded. Because we'll see tweets like 4K and then /60. So I've seen people say, oh, it's definitely 4K 60. Right. And again, we got to get a lot of these answers, right? Because there's a lot of ambiguity.
Yeah, that's totally normal. It sucks because when Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out in 2018, Square Enix, or I can't remember who it was that made that game. It was another team. But this Square Enix tweet said it runs at 4K and 60.
Right.
And I'm like, you can't say that.
Can't say that. Because these fans are running with it thinking that it's definitely the combination of both.
They think they're saying it correctly, and technically you can say 4K and 60, which means we're going to have 4K and 60, but they didn't realize that their wording sounds like both exactly at the same time.
Yes.
And I talked about that a couple years ago. if you're gonna say that, you have to have a whole sentence behind it, which is kind of crummy.
Exactly.
You have to say we're gonna have 2 modes. One's gonna run at 4K, and the other one's proprietary frame rate. But when you make a corporate tweet, you want to be clear and concise and short. But then it's a situation where it's confusing. That's why I say Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to come with 2 modes, and that is absolutely great. It sounds like they're listening to fans because at first they only acted like, here's your game looking as amazing as possible at 30.
Right. We back to juggling again with this box.
IDOS Montreal. Yes, thank you.
What'd you say, King?
Yeah. We back to juggling with Sony again.
Yeah,
it was dynamic 4K. Now we back at it again with these checkerboarding dudes, man.
That tweet was purposely obtuse. Like, it was purposely obtuse just for that reason, because they know they couldn't say 4K 60 ray tracing. They knew full well that that's not something they can do. So you know, you omit the stuff that's not going to put you in a nice light.
Yeah, listen, I get it. We just got to see. Look, just want to see the teardown. You know, I just want to see the game playing, moving, and then when is it launching? You know what I'm saying? That's it. Demon Souls, we'll see if it's going to be there, any little surprise thing. Me, selfishly, you know, I hope that Ghost mode, you know, Ghost of Tsushima, get that little 4-player joint, you know, little graphical fidelity from PS5, you know, maybe get some enhancements there. I want to know if some other games get some enhancements. Because one thing I do like that they're doing is a thing like Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us where hopefully come around launch, that those existing games get cool features. That's the only thing I'm upset with Xbox. I had this conversation with Rand, is that I love we're getting Gears 5 at 120. That's dope. But how cool would it have been if there would have been like a DLC content that launches for Gears 5, right? In conjunction. So now you got new content to show off these new features. And I just wish a lot, even the Forza Horizons, all these games that we know are going to get enhanced, would be so cool if they had content right around that time to take advantage of it as well. So you can see newer stuff. But yeah, I mean, look, that's what I got. So Super Chats, and let's get about it, man. It's late.
Right. We have Senjutsu Shades with the 5. That OLED crew assemble. Going to use my kitchen table now.
Salute. I see you cop that OLED, sir. I gave you some influence and motivation. I seen it.
Then we have Gamer by Choice with the $5 super chat. King should put the Xbox Series S and X on the statue table of the week of release. Turn X.
I am, sir. I am. I'm gonna do an unboxing.
Salute.
Then we have a Dago guy with the $5 super chat. Smoke and Mirrors and Ratchet and Clank. Those worlds will be instantaneously warping through. Will be on rails. Glorified, unexplorable background.
Wow, the disrespect.
Wow. Is that true? I mean, there's some gameplay where it looks like you can just point in an area and transport, which is kind of like a leash mechanic in a lot of games where you pull the leash and it takes you up there quicker.
That's what King said. King is smiling right now. No, King said that. Yo, you are feeding King right now, Cole. Continue.
Hey, Cole.
So what they do is instead of doing like a transversal up to the grappling point, it's actually pulling. And Insomniac developer explained that. I'm not sure if it was Insomniac. They said that what they do is they basically take a 2D slice, a 2D cross section of the game, and they pull you into that and then snap you into that instance in the 3D world. So yeah, it is a cool trick that they're doing, but I assume you can pick any grappling point, quote unquote, and transport yourself into that world. But there are some other places where you go into a different universe. I don't know if that's on rails, but it is the only game. Now, I'm not downplaying it because this is the only game, and I like the Ratchet and Clank games. This is the only one that actually says we're doing something that a conventional hard drive can't do, and that's really cool.
Yeah, she just fed King with his analysis.
I said that before, the lasso button.
Oh, you did? And I'll bet you people got really mad.
They got livid with him.
Yes.
But it actually is like a grappling hook. And with newly designed games, like, I mean, I've played Just Cause 3 and 4 where you can grapple like 700 feet and it pulls you with a blur effect, like racing you up to a helicopter, and that's on an Xbox 360. You know, you could do that on Just Cause 2. So This is a different thing though, but
Absolutely.
it does kind of look like that.
Absolutely. So we wouldn't get. Did we get Forte and then the rest?
Yeah, we got Gaming Forte with $5 super chat. Until COD and 2K go next gen only, you won't see a system completely pull ahead. Whoever has the marketing rights at that point will dominate the gen.
Okay, that's fair assessment. Mm-hmm.
Then we have Perfect Shogun with the $2 super chat. Shout out to Christopher Hart and Godfall gameplay in the bushes.
Let me get the ghost, man. Shout out to Luke Law. No shame, TCL team. I feel you, brother. I feel you, bro. We still got love, TCL gang in here. We're rapping hard, you know what I'm saying? So look, that's it, man. Rand, I think had to go. Rand, still there, man? We about to get out. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up. Just want to know any final thoughts on that last thing because we out of here.
No, I don't really have any final thoughts. I think I'm pretty good.
Cool, man.
Good on it. Except, you know what? Screw Remedy and Control and 505 games. You can throw them in the bushes.
All the way in the bushes.
Don't bully the publishers, Rand.
Yeah,
that's what somebody told me when I said, hey, look at what Cyberpunk is doing. Or what game was it recently that said it was getting... Mm-hmm. I can't remember. But I said, hey,
I remember Colt when you and like Dealer and Fonz were all asking for Ubisoft to put 60 frames mode, and everybody, there's some people being like, stop being mean, or don't say that.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, no, these systems can do it. And then what do you know? 4K 60.
Well, here, I'll say something real messy.
One of them is doing it.
I'll say something real messy that King might like, but I think the Xbox guys more than anyone got Spider-Man Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank 60 frames. It almost seems like that because I talked to so many people on social media. They were like, well, look how amazing it looks, and it uses the SSD, and it looks great at 30 frames. Looks better than anything Xbox ever made. And I'm like, I'm just asking for 60 frames mode.
And you know what?
And Insomniac and stepped up and said, hey, both of our games are going to have a performance mode.
Yeah, I like that.
This is where, and Colt already knows this is where I'll disagree. I think those are already in the roadmap.
Yes, of course.
For those games.
Okay.
Of course. Yes, they were already in the works.
Gotcha.
And Valhalla, I also think Valhalla was already in the works to run at 60 frames. And as far as Ubisoft's concerned, the reason why it took so long for them to stay is probably because they were trying to make sure everything was good to go. Because Ubisoft does not want a game dropping down to 47 frames on a new console. And I'm sure that Insomniac had both of their games running just great at 60, and they were just waiting until everything was ready.
I agree.
So,
wouldn't it be funny if, like, Christopher Hart, shout out to Christopher Hart, big PlayStation fan. Wouldn't it be hilarious if, like, we all got PlayStation 5s, but he, like, overslept and couldn't pre-order it and didn't get a PlayStation 5?
Mr. Kumite?
Yeah. He woke up and was like, oh, man, I missed my chance. And we all got PS5s.
I was up on Twitter too late yelling at people.
Shout out to Christopher Hart. We being messy, but it'd be funny, man. It'd be funny.
Yo, did you see? You just put a tear in his eye right now.
Yo, we got. I really hope that we can all get the consoles day one, and I hope that all works out. It's just the demand for consoles, even current garbage consoles right now, you can't even find them in stores, and just means when next generation drops, you better like be freaking punching a hole through your phone trying to get that thing pre-ordered because it's going to be rough.
Oh yeah, get on deck, y'all. Get on deck.
Well, Colt, sad to say, some people just ain't gonna have it that day. And when you don't have it that day, I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna laugh at you.
You're ridiculous.
I'm gonna have your boo-boo in my house and I'm gonna laugh at you. I don't have the pity that they have. I don't have it for you.
You're ridiculous. So, get these super chats. We gotta go. We gotta shut down this messiness.
We have Wilbo Gaggins with the $5 super chat. So apparently, Insomniac is immune to Big Rona because there's no way Miles is getting delayed, according to some. Hope they share the cure.
Wow. Arrow Channer.
Arrow Channer with a £5 super chat. Didn't Prey on the 360 do the same thing as Ratchet and Clank with Portal? I wasn't impressed. A great show. I'm laughing so much. We have Stitch with the $5 super chat. All I have to say is that I'm going to save my money on that PS5 and get me a second OLED.
Wow. Whoa. Wow.
Then we have JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. Respect to the Iron Lords. I'll catch the show on replay.
No doubt. Look, let's get up out of here. That's it. All right. New LP poll.
One more. Sorry.
One more. I'm sorry.
The wise old gamer. We gotta come in.
Here you go.
$5 super chat from the Wise Old Gamer. I'm going to GameStop on pre-order day and coughing up a storm in line. I'm getting my
don't be
off the line.
That's funny because Wise Old
COVID
Gamer's going to show up to pick up his pre-order, and there's going to be bars across GameStop when it shuts down. There is a little controversy about that. People are talking about, should I pre-order at GameStop in case they go out of business? They're closing a ton of stores. Somebody like Matt Piscatella maybe said, don't worry about that. That's pre-order stuff goes through a third party, and your stuff would be honored. But
everybody needs to be safe. Yeah, we got to be safe.
Hey, real quick, guys, the panel, where are you pre-ordering? Like, does everybody have like a go-to? Because I was thinking, should I go Amazon? Should I go Xbox.com?
I'm thinking Best Buy for me, but what are you guys thinking?
Amazon, Best Buy. I'm gonna have all the windows open.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Amazon, but I just feel like Amazon's going to be slammed.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon. I don't know. I might just pre-order a system at each one just to make sure I have.
Sure you get it.
Like I'll order one from Amazon and Microsoft Store and Best Buy and.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm picking Best Buy, I just love their policy if something go wrong. Like you literally just go in there, they just give you a brand new one in the like.
Really?
Oh, bro, you know we're gonna talk about the hustle with the
They give you your money back. They give
bro.
All your cash back, whatever you pay for a point of purchase, they give you that back.
They be like, just go in there and get it.
If it depreciates over time, nothing.
Yeah, love it.
I
want my lead controllers when the rubber thing, the first one, remember when it was the issue, and I'd go in there and I'd be like, I'll be in there trying to explain. I'd be like, look, you see, because this is what they'd be like, we don't care about that, sir. There's a brand new one in the box. You just bring that to the front, sir. You already down with the Geek Squad, whatever the plan it is, and you're good to go. And I'm like, oh, for real? Thank you.
Is that what you got with the OLED?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, anything go wrong, you know what I'm saying? Bring that right back.
Anything go wrong, like the next up version comes out.
Yeah, something might go wrong when the new version come out.
Come out. Listen to what happens with that. Okay, with the television.
Yeah,
that doesn't work that way.
Oh damn!
They send them to your house. If they can't fix it after 2 times, then listen, it happened to my Samsung upstairs. They came to my house, the guy fixed the panel and left. I thought I was getting a whole brand new TV.
He said, "Thanks, you good."
He did some dude showing plumbers crack while he's over the TV.
Yes, exactamente. That's exactly what he had.
Yo, King just killed my hustle. I gotta
you're not getting a new TV.
So you know what you have to do. You have to do that panel extra dirty. That's
you got. I gotta leave it on. Don't forget leave those ESPN stickers going. The tape. I don't know how this happened.
What I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna do my patented move. I'm ordering 2 from everybody. All the extra ones is gonna be on eBay for $2,500.
You that gouging dude.
I'm doing you dirty. All right, so I'm gonna let you know right now. If you look at my Twitter timeline, you saw what happened last year. You saw what happened with the X's. You saw what happened with the PlayStations. You saw what happened with the regular Xboxes. I'm doing the same exact thing this year. And if those PlayStations are super hard to get, I'm gonna make sure I get 5, and they're going for $5,000 each. I'll let your boy. I'm trying to get a come up. I'm trying to get that new Escalade.
You trying to come? You're doing PS1, PS2 tactics. I already know what you're doing. That limited edition thing. Look, man,
it gotta go.
We gotta get out of here, dude. Did I miss anything? We good, Saul? Please.
I'm good.
All right, cool. Look, the poll with the PlayStation 5 showcase now announced. What do you think is most important for Sony to accomplish in competition with the Xbox Series S and X? The choices are A, at minimum, standard PlayStation 5 must match the Series X at 500. B, PlayStation 5 digital must be 400 or less to compete with the Series S. C, must reveal Miles Morales gameplay and more launch titles. Right. Or D, I don't care, but if I see another PS5 render or mock-up without a physical system, throw that release date in the bushes. Shout out to all the Lords. Shout out to Lord Rand Al Thor and Colt Eastwood coming through that fresh new NFL-friendly time. Yo, shout out Colt for coming through.
I mean, this podcast was as long as an NFL game. Right?
True that. You get the whole kit and caboodle when you're here. So salute to y'all, man. Let's start with Colt first. Pleasure to have you in the room, brother. Long overdue. We got to bring you in more. So that's on me. You know what I'm saying? But salute to you. 100K. Continuing with the tremendous videos. Love hearing your thoughts on RDX. Shout out for you also keeping Dealer to behave on RDX. I always respect you when you like, Dealer! I love when you say that. Yeah, I love when you say that. You always get Dealer to behave. So salute to you, man. And keep the ascension. Where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Well, I just want to say that, like, being in this community and making friends with people, like amazing people that I work with and that support me and that I support, like the RDX podcasts, Iron Lords, all these other podcasts I've been able to check out. It's been a really great thing, and people are amazing. And this is a time when I spend more time talking to you guys than I get to talk to people that are my friends that actually live around me, because it's just the way it is. And so that means a lot to me. You can find me at Colt Eastwood on Twitter and Xbox Live and PlayStation and Steam and the Switch. You can find me everywhere. And it's been a really, I mean, Rand will agree with me. It's been a really great year to create content on YouTube and reach out to people and hear and share the stuff that we're getting excited about. And just remember that, you know, most of everybody is really excited to game. They're not really here to argue, and there's just that small community.
And Colt Eastwood, he doesn't hide his games played and his trophies and his gamer score either, you know. So
yeah, I'm like a level 7 or 8 on PlayStation. I've got 120,000 some gamer score, which isn't bad for a guy with kids. I don't know. I like the hobby a lot. I love doing the video stuff. Being on this podcast is freaking hilarious. And thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Dude, also, keep up the fantastic work, man. Your work is exceptional. I just love to see the ascension. You know, me and Rand speak about you all the time. I mean, it's really high quality stuff. So I love to see you out there. And again, the 100K, man, wow. Like, salute to you, bro. That is tremendous work. And it goes to show you're putting it in, man. You put it in. So salute to the Colt.
Thank you.
My man, salute, brother. We got to bring in more. And of course, everyone's favorite non-filmic insider, the man with all the knowledge and all the smoke. What's going on, Rand, my bro? In the building, man. Good to have you, brother. Always a pleasure. What you got going on?
It was fun being on, man. Fun being on. Although I am a little bit tired now. It's like a 3-hour podcast.
You enjoyed yourself, Rand. Come on.
Are you in?
No, it was great. It was a great time. I think I might have to go take a nap. I'm a little tired here, but yeah, it's always great to podcast with you guys. Hopefully, you know, when we don't wait another year. For you to invite me on now that you're Mr. Lord Unlocked.
I know. I got bougie. Whatever IG now. I'm B-listing y'all. Y'all get the VIP.
Oh my God.
Salute. No doubt. Anything else going on, sir? Any video? Anything we need to look out for?
I'm not like Colt. Colt makes his videos like the day before, right? And he puts on this huge production. Colt will tell you, like, I'll just like make a video off a whim. I'll be like, Colt, I'm making a video, and he's like, what about? I'm like, I don't know, something I just thought of 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
Salute, man.
So I'll have some videos this week. Just not sure what they will be yet, but I'll think of something.
All right. Well, keep up the good work, man. Like always, I call you the conscious of the community. Like, you always bring that nice, balanced perspective. I know people give you crap, say, oh, he's a fanboy. But nah, you call it straight down the line. And I always love, I tell you this all the time. Like, you're one of the first that when, you know, whether it be your video or the Xbox 2, like, I'm racing to see what you got to say. Always balanced perspective, always fair. You keep it real. Continue doing what you're doing, sir. I love it. And keep up the health stuff. I like when I hear that from you. That's good. We want you around. I hearing that.
I drink like 3 Propels during the show, man.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. Get that rice going. Get that. We're going to talk offline. But anyway. But salute to my bro, Red. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up, bro. And of course, we missed Addict today, but he did pull up. Man, shout out to Addict getting his rest. We will get Trucker Hat Addict in here with this farmer suit. It's going down. He ain't loose. So, but salute to Addict. I know he had to work the double. LordSov, PlayStation Nation's own.
I see PlayStation of the podcast.
Yes, when Sov talks, they be like, talk that talk, Sov. Tell him, Sov.
Well, if you believe that, I have something special for you coming up.
Yes.
It's not quite ready yet, but
soon.
I have
very soon.
But of course, man, big shout out to Colt and Rand. Like you guys, as much content as you guys put out, you really have to have a thick skin on YouTube because it's just you can't avoid being called this or that, and the fact that you guys continue to do everything with a smile on your face and continue to put out the content and show people that their opinions of you are just I don't know where they come from because you got to be blind to see that these two guys call things that everybody has their preferences. When we're human beings, we have our preferences. At the end of the day, though, both of you guys call everything really down the middle, and it's ridiculous to hear anything else other than that. So.
I take solace in knowing that those guys hide their phones from their wives or girlfriends because if they knew that they were calling like Xbox or other gamers like foul names because they like another platform, I know that they turn that phone over when they walk in the room.
People don't even have.
Oh, look who showed up! Look who showed up! Get in your outfit.
I've been here this whole time.
No. He's not doing a 2-second outfit.
Oh, okay.
I've been here this whole time.
Okay, I didn't even see that. Addict don't. They said it don't count, but anyway.
You guys, you can catch me. I'm going to work right now, but I can actually have lunch with my wife before.
Oh my God,
she's happy about that. Yeah,
and of course, with all the damn smoke. Lord King had a lot to say today, preaching the word. Book of X came out a few times today. Where can people find you? What you got going on, sir?
First and foremost, well, I had to do it. My man Attic wasn't there, so I had to hold down the phone for my man Attic.
Look, it's funny. Actually, I set an alarm and everything, but I got home around like 9:30. I woke up, it was 1:30. I was like, yeah. And my phone's probably been going off for 2 hours.
Yo, shout out to ATL. He said the first interrupt per second. Yo, you stupid.
I gotta say, the Holy Trinity is Colt, Dylan, Rand. I always tell you, I really, really watch every video you guys put out. So to have two of my Holy Trinities here, and to meet one in person, and he live up to everything that I hear from his video and his personality he's truly a nice guy. He really calls it down the middle, and I don't ever read his comments because it doesn't even make any sense because his videos are self-explanatory. If you get anything, if you extrapolate anything from his videos other than what he's giving you, that's on you. That's not on Colt. My man Rand.
Thank you.
My man Rand.
I just got today's age when I found out Rand makes videos.
Yeah, you so stupid. Rand loves to smoke. I just
Rand like to smoke.
Rand loves to play in the pig pen like me. I like to get
quietly.
Yes. A little fool you.
Yeah, see, Colt like to keep his hands clean. He don't want none of that.
Oh, believe me, trust me, he definitely be talking though.
He
definitely be talking in the parties and on the phone.
No, the difference is Rand hides in the bushes and watches the drama from afar.
Twitter, I'm in the bushes.
He's in the bushes. He's eating bonbons in the bushes, watching the drama.
Rand knows what be going on, son. He be like, I know about that car.
Every time Rand's like, Colt, oh man, you got to see what they're saying about you, brother. Like, hey, Rand, why don't you, as a good friend, why don't you go to bat for him? He's like, oh no, I'm not kidding.
No, he doesn't say
jump. King, thank you so much. When you said the trifecta, Dealer and Rand are true friends, and meeting you guys,
awesome.
I can't wait to meet up again. Actually spent some time talking to Cognito in person. You and I, King, talked for quite a while at the last E3, and to meet Attic and you guys, that means a lot. Really, really, really good people, and let the 3% say what they're gonna say.
I don't care about that. Let them talk. But this Wednesday,
yes, sir.
If you guys thought, if you had an inkling of what was going on today, if you thought that was all, if there's a slip up on Wednesday,
look at you.
So someone give me a rating, man. How bad was King today?
If I see a slip, if I see a dance move, if y'all don't do what y'all supposed to do, y'all know how I do on these live shows.
Yes.
I want you to come through with all the smoke. Sony, baby. I want you there. Because I'm going to tell you right now. Remember, Christopher Hart, the last show, you said, oh, no, not like this.
Yeah.
Don't ever think I forgot that, bruh. So this week, I'm going to be in rare form. And I'm telling you, you're not going to like me.
Oh my God! Yes, we will be doing a live reaction. King,
there's a lot of 10s in that chat, King.
Yeah, there's a lot. He was 10 out of 10 today. He was preaching the word. It's gonna be fun, man. Look, tremendous show. I'm gonna get out of here before Rand. She starts yelling at me.
Yeah.
But look, everybody, Joe, we got Sunday football next week. Same thing. We back at 11 again. You know what I'm saying? And then
man, where's my outro? What's going on here?
Look, man, you late. But look, man, everybody, look, enjoy your Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Get this football going on. We'll be back next week again, 11 a.m. Eastern for the remainder of the year. We're going to leave y'all with this promo, and next week we'll also have some new promotional stuff that Solve Baby alluding to. So everyone enjoy your Sunday. Peace.
Hi, I'm Lord King David of Iron Lords Podcast, and we're bringing to you an exciting new giveaway. This giveaway is like none other. We'll be giving away an Xbox Series X. That's right, you heard me right. The brand new console launching from Microsoft this year. Well, this is how you're able to be part of that giveaway. There's 2 ways to get your name thrown in the hat for the raffle. 1, become a member of the realm. That's hit that join button, hit that join button. You hit that join button down at the bottom and you can become a member. And also, another way is by becoming a Patreon member. So you can be part of the realm as well. Now, this is brought to you by Cat Daddy Fat Stacks, a member and Lord of the Realm. A very generous person that's in our community. And this community is beautiful. So remember, you can have 1 entry by hitting that join button and becoming a member of the realm. And also, you can have another entry by being a Patreon. Now, you said, King, what if I'm a member of both? Well, your name gets thrown in the hat 2 times. So please, like, follow, and subscribe, join, or become a Patreon member, or become both, and your name is in the hat to get that Xbox Series X. That's the Who Did That For You sweepstakes. This is wonderful. This is something that I'm sure that you will enjoy. Oh man,